go. Let go.
Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'm going to tap in for sure.
Tap in.
Take a tap in. We done made it through one half of the holiday season. We done made it through Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and all that good stuff. Today's a Monday. Jay Black will not be joining us. He got a lot of stuff going on. But it's Michael, Shawn, and the ovaries.
Yes.
Ovaries.
All right.
Yeah. I'm exhausted. Shawnee Scott, you got a new backdrop going on over there. What's going on?
I see that.
We got a new
studio for the Media Room 360. My holiday was good, filled with a whole bunch of drama and good cheer.
It had a whole bunch of drama?
Yeah, a whole lot of drama.
Oh, nice.
A whole lot of drama. And the thing about it is I be with the shit. I'm for it. Right. So if you bring it, I'm gonna respond. I had somebody jump in my DM.
Wow.
Girl, it was a big old catfish. Yes.
Oh, damn.
Whoa. What was the DM? Who jumped in and what they said?
Started trying to, he called it. He started out with, and Mo, you don't understand this. I'm a God-fearing man.
Oh, God.
I'm a God-fearing man, and I'm looking for somebody to spend the rest of my life with. Probably not me.
Yeah, but what you do?
You don't believe in God? I said, yeah, I believe in God. You believe anything is possible? Yeah, I believe anything is possible. Well, why would you say that? Because I don't believe in texting and this thing. I just met you. I don't even know you. What you mean?
Your whole future mapped out.
Wait, this is all a DM.
This is all a DM.
So why are you going back and forth with this dude on a DM?
Because I had time for the shits. That's why I had time to play.
Christmas availed her much free time to just.
I had.
Did you see his profile pic?
Yeah, it's fake.
Yeah,
it's
no, but you saw it.
I mean, the pictures are of a real
so you were
person.
attracted to it. You were attracted to the pic.
I mean, the person, that they have in the pictures,
it looked interesting enough for her to see what it was about.
Well, no, because you can tell when a profile is fake. Because it wasn't nothing but like maybe 30 pictures there, and all the pictures were of the person. Like, I wish I could find that person and be like, look, it's a whole new profile of you, but they just put mostly pictures with the person's shirt off, the person in their uniform, because they were claiming to be military and stationed in Korea. And it's some things that they said that I was like, oh no, what you talking to?
But Shawnee, if you knew it was fake, why was you returning the messages?
Oh, because I had time for the shit.
She said, I just looked at my wrist. I got time today.
I understand that. But you knew.
That.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm petty like that. Yeah, I'm petty like that.
Did he send you a dick pic or something? Did he send you a...
No, he didn't do that.
Not one of those.
He wanted me to send him a picture.
Oh.
He was like, send me a picture of you. I said, this picture's on my IG page.
And that's what I would have hit with. I'm a God-fearing woman. I don't do them things.
You should have sent him a picture of your little pinky toe on your foot, just the pinky toe.
I sent him a picture of Wonder Woman, Black Wonder Woman with an afro. And I told him, I said, now don't tell nobody, but at night I turn into Wonder Woman. Don't tell nobody.
Absolutely. Good morning. Someone did that to me. Rochelle said somebody did that to me. It's so crazy. DMs are so like.
That's how silly I am. That's how with the shit I am.
Kathy.
Like, I'm Wonder Woman at night, and I go save people. He stopped talking to me after this.
He said, "This crazy bitch."
I ain't gonna lie. If I was a woman,
she thinks she Wonder Woman.
If I was a woman, I would literally have like pictures of fake boobs and vaginas just to send on the DM, and just consist. Now I think about that. I'm gonna get me a pic on my DM where I can just send. I'm gonna Google some Hispanic penises And I'm gonna start sending them on because the DMs are crazy. Like they just want you.
You should do famous Hispanic penises. Like,
no,
they got to be famous.
Yeah, and then
So
just
somebody could be like, I know that penis from anywhere.
Send me a penis pic, and I'm like, here's Mark Anthony, bitch.
It's a trip being single. That's why I tell people, you don't want this single life.
Nah, it's dangerous now because it's too much.
Want this single life.
It could all be so simple in the words of Wu-Tang. It could all be so simple.
It ain't for the faint of heart, Michael Shawn. It's a cold, cold world out here.
But if people were just honest, do you know how much sex you get if you're just honest?
Well, you know that, but most men do not know that. Most men don't know if you come clean with the full fledged honesty. 9 times out of 10, you still won't be able to hit.
Yeah.
Well, it's a guy. Well, I also had time to scroll through Instagram. So there is this dude out there in Atlanta that does a podcast. Well, he does a live on Instagram. I can't even remember his name about relationships. I sat there and watched it for an hour and 15 minutes.
Was it good? Well, it must have been good for an hour and 15 minutes.
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
And
Shawnee, you watched it for an hour and 15 minutes. Like,
I
what
did
the fuck?
because
like what the fuck? Like you can't say it was whack.
Well,
you keep talking. I gotta charge my laptop. Go ahead.
I didn't say it was whack, but it was interesting to hear his take on dating. And then he had another dude on. And these are grown men. They look like they 45 plus. One of them
really
was talking about, and I hate to say this, but the one dude was talking about dating a girl that he met at Six Flags, that worked at Six Flags.
Oh.
I said,
okay.
What are y'all doing? And then their expectations, and I was just like, this.
But it's funny you say expectations because they say women have so many expectations and the bar is up here and they set it so high that women can't, that it can't be obtained or whatever. But men, y'all some superficial motherfuckers too. Y'all got a whole bunch of like a long list
of stuff that he wanted.
He wanted.
You just met this lady at her job because supposedly, and she must have been young. She, instead of giving her his phone number, she gave him her mama phone number. So when he
called me at my mama house,
he gets mom, and the mom was like, I don't know why he keep giving people my phone number. So the mom gives him her phone number. He calls her, and he called her, and it's like, why you give me your mama number? Why did you even call her?
Oh my gosh, she didn't want to talk to you. She gave you her mama number. Damn.
And he went through a whole back and forth with her.
But all that is childish. Like that's a lot of childish.
Well, he met the bitch at Six Flags, Michael Shawn. What you expect?
Yeah, like
that was like her summer job.
Jesus, she
might have been a teacher, and that's her summer job. Yeah.
And did they hit?
No, because she
gave him her mama number. She didn't even give him her number. It was the mama number.
Yeah, but you know what type of child you got to be to give your mama number out? You know how ridiculous? Do you know how like get mad? You know how retarded your vagina is to give your mom's number out, and you grown?
Oh Lord!
They met at Six Flags, but
Mo, they met at Six Flags. How was your night, Mo? How was your holidays? Because bitches was giving their mom's numbers out.
I mean, my holidays were good. It wasn't as interesting as Shawnee's, but no, my holidays was good. It was filled with travel for the most part, for the first part. And that god dog on Spirit Airlines, I give y'all a big middle finger, because how I end up from Vegas into Seattle just to get back to the ATL, I have no idea. But yeah, Spirit can kick rocks. And I want my $108 back for my luggage. I spent $238. I spent $238 on luggage round trip.
But I realize what your problem is. When I was checking all the flights, Atlanta, getting Spirit to Atlanta is always going to be a problem, especially during the holiday season.
Well, they should say that.
No, they're never going to say. That's why.
And they were overbooked. And that's why you got
to check in 48 hours before on the
on the
real
phone.
talk on the app. That's why you got to check in, because they oversell it on purpose. And if you don't check it on the app and you wait till you get there, your seat is already sold.
It's sickening.
It should be illegal, but they're allowed to do the shit. Like they're really allowed to do that.
And then they try to offer you money. And I'm like, this $400, $500 is only going to get me a round trip flight by the time, in my luggage, by the time I come back to y'all. So it's really not hitting for nothing. Get my ass home.
Offer me cocaine. Like offer me something that means something. Don't offer me $400 and all that good stuff. But yeah, Spirit, like you got to be real careful. Like you have to have the app. You got to actually check in 48 hours before. Check your bag. Because when I check my bag on the online, I forget how much it was.
It's $54.
Yeah. Then when you get there to the check-in, if you didn't, they're like, well, that'd be $100,000.
Right.
He said $100,000.
It's on my thing. They're like, oh, my bad.
It's crazy. They can have that airlines. They shipped me over to Alaskan Airlines. I basically got home right in time to put up the tree. Though some, I didn't even go buy decorations. It was decorations from 2 Christmases ago. Nobody remembers. But my son, and I know y'all got kids. Mm-hmm. Have your kids ever broke cardinal rule number 1 of Christmas morning of getting up and open up the damn presents before you wake up?
What time did you wake up?
That was a beating in my house. Like you would have gotten beaten down.
What time did you wake up?
Full transparency, 10 o'clock.
No.
Oh, girl, you was late.
Too late.
No, you was late. I'm on Gabe's side.
I already done set up all my games. I done made whatever it is. 10 o'clock.
And he had the nerve. He had the nerve to take all of the wrapping paper and put it neatly in a box. Exactly. So he cleaned up.
Yes.
But I'm looking at every damn toy. I wrapped every toy. This is the last Christmas I get to take pictures because he ain't gonna believe in Santa Claus next year. All of that is out the window. Like all of that is done. He's about 13.
He don't believe in Santa Claus because mom slept till 10 o'clock in the morning.
But the gift was there.
He don't want to do it.
No, he don't.
Still want to do it.
That young man is smart as hell. He already know what it is.
That's it.
He gonna want to do. He's just because he don't believe in
He told me he saw all the Amazon boxes.
That don't mean he ain't gonna want no presents.
So he said he's
the presents. He unwrapped the presents and he made himself a drink.
He had a snack. He had a snack.
Yeah.
He had a drink in his little cup.
With an umbrella in it.
He had the Oculus on, and he was like, "Mom."
He was like,
but it ruined my every Christmas I take pictures from beginning to end, and he just ruined my moment.
No, you ruined your moment. You know, you should have got up.
Bitch was tired.
You got a gang of Christmases coming up. You got a gang.
I was tired. I just looked at him for a good maybe like 10 minutes. You know how you just look at somebody like, did you really just do this?
But he cleaned everything up, right?
Yeah, that's good.
God, I wish I had one of those kids. I need one of your kids. He cleaned everything up.
He cleans every last piece of wrapping paper up. But my thing is, you opened up. This is the only child syndrome, though. You opened up every gift under the tree, even the ones that wasn't yours.
Well, he didn't know.
Who else got gifts?
He didn't know.
Well, who else got gifts under the tree?
The 2 adults in the house.
Man, fuck y'all for real. Like, what are you talking about?
Y'all was asleep.
Y'all asleep. Don't like the damn. I will put this size 10 Nike on right now.
Listen, in my house growing up, it was, I don't care what time my parents got up. Like, they spent all night putting together gifts, wrapping gifts. You knew not to come your ass out that room until you heard them rumbling in the living room.
Nah.
You knew not. Like, you would go peek, and we'd be like, Santa Claus is here. And you got a bike, and you got this. You knew not to go in there and touch shit.
He did right. He did right.
Yeah, I'm on Gabe's side. I'm sorry.
Yeah, y'all gonna sleep till 10 o'clock at night. I'm in the morning time and be on some and yawning and shit, talking about you want something to eat for breakfast. No, I already got my shit.
I stayed up very late into the wee hours of the morning wrapping every one of them gifts so that he would have the excitement of opening up each gift instead of just throwing it under the tree.
You sleeping up. Y'all don't do the midnight thing?
What, open up one gift at midnight?
Yeah.
Shit,
We
Puerto Ricans
haven't.
open everything at midnight. What are you talking about?
We have in the past. I used to let him open up like the stuff in his stocking before.
We
But
let everything.
he actually traveled in. I had to buy a last minute round trip ticket for him to get from Arkansas to Atlanta. So it was just like a lot of hustle and bustle. And so I threw my hands up. I was like,
Do y'all see how overrated? Do y'all see how overrated Christmas is? Jay
he
Black's
was
not here.
happy. He was happy. So I was like, you know what? Just let it go. He opened up all the presents. He looked like he happy with what he got. Just let him go.
Unbelievable. All right.
Yeah. The baby girl told me when they came back because they spent Christmas with their brother. Their brother. Their baby brother. Well, he's the baby boy. He had his girlfriend had COVID. They didn't come over, but the boy's mom was there, and they all spent the night together. And when I picked him up yesterday, the baby told me, she said, "Well, mommy, can we start doing Christmas again?" I said, "Well, okay, if that's what you want to do next year, we'll put up a tree and lights, and we can plan for that,
and just do a gift exchange. Like, so if you don't celebrate Christmas, just do an appreciation for family gift exchange. So everybody exchange one small token. Like, it doesn't have to be purchased. It could be something you made. Put that disclaimer in there so they don't feel the pressure.
And then Mike, this is the one you should have had on the show. I said, well, what changed your mind? Why you want to do, Christmas next year? She said, because I was talking to my friends and they got this, and this. I said, but you already got all that. Right. You didn't have to get it on Christmas. Right. Before them. But I said, all right, we can do Christmas. You want to do Christmas? We'll do Christmas.
No, we're not. We're not. We're going to do January. We're going to do January. I mean,
we ain't
14th.
talking about no damn Santa Claus, but yeah, we can.
We're doing
January 14th. I didn't tell 14th. Him not to touch it. I messed up, Stacy.
He did exactly. Listen, when your parents sleep till 10 o'clock in the morning, that is like sleeping till 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
It wasn't intentional.
No, I'm not. I know. I get it. But once the kids, like, you got to be kidding me. I'm already I'm like about 7 a.m. I'm like, all right, these little heifers gonna be starting to scurry around, and then like I think they scurried like around. It was like 9 a.m. They tried to act like they were too grown. The twins are 15. Monty's 17, and they all like, everybody thinks they grown. They not grown. They not grown. Y'all don't do mature shit. Like, my daughters don't do mature shit. Like, they think they do. But then all of a sudden, like around 8 a.m., I was like, yeah, I hear y'all up. I thought y'all were grown. Grown kids sleep till when Mo slept to 10 a.m. It's like, it's all good.
Yes.
If you start scurrying around at like 7 or 8 a.m., you're not grown. You're not, like, I had enough time to have some quick sex with Stacy real quick. Like, some quick, like, in and out. Yeah.
Merry Christmas sex.
Merry Christmas sex.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. This is just some straight raunchy, quick 13-minute sex, and be like, yep. And then they came, they started walking around. I was like, y'all thought y'all was so grown. I'm looking at them like, y'all thought y'all was so grown, but y'all about the Christmas tree, and it's not even 9 o'clock in the morning. They was all right there, like on some old. I said, all right. So, I mean, Christmas was good.
I think the whole, being around
what
family.
Did they get?
Oh, they got you know what? My kids have gotten older. Like, the stuff that they got, they really like, it's like shit that they're going to use for real.
I think if you give Monty makeup, anything with makeup,
anything with,
she like,
I was like, what the fuck?
I hit the jackpot.
And her little boyfriend came over, and he came over super early, and he came over. He gave her some big ass, some giant stuffed animal that was like life size. The motherfucker was bigger than me.
Oh, the huge, the huge stick. Yes.
And it was pink because she's pink, like she loves pink. And I was like, okay, this big ass, that I'm gonna kill this little stuffed animal. And then the twins got what did they get? Everybody got stopped. They got like practical stuff that they actually use, which I saw them improving on it. And then me and Stacey,
what did you get? What did you
get? I didn't get shit. I told Stacey, don't give me nothing.
So what did you get, Stacy?
I told her I'm not getting you nothing.
What?
No, facts. I said, get all the kids everything they need.
Right.
I said, because we're not doing this. And I said, then once Christmas is over, we'll get something that we both really want together.
Together.
Like something that we
Okay.
really want. That and she was like, yeah. She was like, I think we should get the bedroom set or whatever. I was like, okay, all right, cool. But it's gonna be in January. So I was cool with it. Like
I like that.
Yeah. So the kids got everything they wanted, and we're chilling. It's still like it wasn't bad. Mo, my son, 20 barely came downstairs. It's all downhill from the excitement is over.
Oh
It was Stacy. He's
no.
20. He's
No,
20.
Yeah.
no, don't tell me that, because I love the holidays, and I love everything about the holidays. Not so much the gifts, but I love the excitement on my son's face. And so please don't tell me that.
But Mo, he's 20. He got his dick sucked that night.
Probably.
Like, stop.
He's 20.
He's 20.
Yeah, he's 20.
He got his dick sucked and his balls cuffed. Like
Oh.
he got the whole
Yeah.
thing. At 20, you got to stop. I thought y'all was on vacation this week. Well, Jay Black wanted. I'm down. Like I'm down to make this his last show.
The best of.
So New Year's Eve. What are y'all doing New Year's Eve?
I'm a work, because I worked Christmas and Christmas Eve.
Yeah, you were
My
working
little
for real.
part time. Yeah, I'm a work.
And Mo, what are you doing Christmas Eve?
My son's birthday is New Year's Day. So New Year's Eve, we we're in. I'm setting up the backdrop and all of that. And normally I make him stay up every year since he's been a baby until 12 o'clock.
Who does? Why?
Sorry. I have pictures of him as a baby crying, and I'm like, nope. 12 a.m. Wait.
Was he born at 12 a.m.?
No, he's born after 12, after
He was
midnight.
born at 3 in the afternoon.
You make this baby stay up. Oh
I do. He was born at 12 and after 12 in the afternoon, but I do make him stay up at night until 12 a.m.
in the afternoon, Mo.
Yeah.
What why are you such a black mom? Why?
I've been doing this since he was a baby. I've been doing this since he was a baby.
Mom.
I'm sorry.
What do black moms do?
No, it's wrong. What are you doing?
What you mean?
I want him to see his birth. Every year he was like, he thought it was a big celebration. Like, why, everybody's celebrating. They so happy on my birthday. I was like, nah, baby, it's New Year's Eve. It's everybody celebrating. But for a long time, he just was, it's midnight. Now you go to bed.
Yeah, my sister was born on New Year's Eve. Like that was her. She was born on New Year's Eve, and I love my dad. Y'all know my dad is my best friend in the world. But in the 70s, my dad wasn't shit. So my mom gave birth to my sister on New Year's Eve. And you know what you should do you should stay there, right? You should stay right there. The baby's born. Our New Year's Eve party was at our house. I guess I was 4 years old. And that motherfucker said he came back to the house to host a party. Oh, I had no idea how my mom to this day is still mad over this shit. So it's my mom at the hospital. She gave birth. It's New Year's Eve for real. It's New Year's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So my dad comes home and we got a house full of Puerto Ricans. It's going down. And I'm sitting there going like, well, where's mom? You know, I'm on my innocent, where's mom? Little did I know later in my life, I wouldn't be shit either. But at that moment, I was like, where's mom? Where's mom? Mom's in the hospital. Don't worry about that. They doing shots or whatever. And they spilled some stuff on the rug. And I was offended. I was like, oh, y'all spilled this on mom's rug. Then mom came home like 3 days later. Because, you know, back then it took like, now when you give birth, they take you right out. Yeah. Like once you push the womb, you're good. You're 30 minutes later. So when she came home, I pointed. I said, look what they did. And my mom was like, yeah, that's what they did. And they got into an argument. But New Year's Eve has always been like traumatic for me. Because I'm like, damn. I'm like, what did we do, Dad? Like, what did we really do? Like, I need to.
She wasn't there.
Mom wasn't there.
Yeah. So
that was my New Year's Eve. Oh, somebody said Juneteenth. That's how I was about Juneteenth. I thought everyone celebrated my birthday.
Yeah.
But birthday's on Juneteenth. Sequisa, your birthday's on Juneteenth. You gotta be
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah, I was in the hospital alone on New Year's Eve. Now that I think about it, everybody left. I was on Do Not Eat. They was in there with hoagies and food and stuff, and I couldn't eat.
Did you hear the countdown?
Yeah, on the television. Yes, I did.
Oh, I know you wasn't happy that day.
Yep, and I ended up well, I had already been there for like 2 days.
Right.
They were trying, Gabe came early. He was actually supposed to be here on February the 14th was the day that we had chose. And then he decided, no, I don't want to come out. I want to see some things early. And so, yeah, I had him on New Year's Day. So who was there
with you?
Well, everybody went home. The only people who were there were the nurse, the doctor went home. It was like, call me when it's time.
You said 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 by yourself?
Yes, I did that year. I sure
You
did.
delivered by yourself too? Nobody was there?
No. I had a C-section with Gabe. So it was more so like they were giving me medications because they knew he was coming early. And it was like, all right, let's try to keep him in as long as we can. And so, yeah.
Whoa. When the C-section happened, who was there?
Oh, his dad was there. I got videotapes.
That's what I'm like.
It was the next day.
Then he left?
No. So New Year's Eve I was still in labor.
Okay.
So it was him, his mother, family members there, all laughing and joking. The nurse was a personal family member. God rest her soul. And so... it was nice. And then everybody was like, okay, we going back to party at so-and-so's house.
And they left.
And they left my ass.
And the dad left too?
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
Well.
Oh, I feel bad because I was around then. I should have been.
You were around. But of course, I didn't have the expectations that, everybody would stop their New Year celebration because I was in the hospital. And so,
Oh, Mo, I'm sorry.
I was like,
Happy
New Year. I had the drip coming and
And you had the little cheap TV,
I had the little cheap TV, little hospital TV. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But the present was good.
Morning, Afro Queen.
No, the present was amazing. But
the present was amazing.
But shit! Yeah. Did they give you like any food or anything? Did you get anything?
No, so I didn't get anything until after because with a C-section you can't eat before. So I was hungry. And
your stomach was hurt.
It was hurting. I hadn't eaten in 2 days. Remember, I had been there for 2 days.
Oh, for 2 days? Because you can't eat
like for 2 days.
Because I was in labor. I was in what they would consider preterm labor. So they were giving me stuff to slow it down and to give stuff so that the fluctuant can build on his lungs, so he could be able to breathe outside of the womb.
Yeah. Okay. So was that, even though the blessing is the ultimate blessing, what was the worst, ladies? What was the worst New Year's Eve you ever had?
Good morning, Patrice.
The worst one. The worst.
Oh.
Now, if you said that was the worst, I would understand. But you had a blessing at the end of the day,
right? Absolutely.
And Shawnee, what was the worst New Year's Eve? Because New Year's Eve is tough. It might be worse than Christmas if you're by yourself.
No, by myself is good. But 2019 into 2020 was the worst because I was in a situation that I didn't really want to be in, but just because my self-esteem was low.
Right.
I was what's the word? I was just accepting some bullshit.
Right.
And so that was
And what year was it again? What year was it again?
2019 and the 2020.
2019. Wow, that was recent. Damn.
Yep. 2020 was the worst year of my life.
So when 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 happened, where were you?
I was at the time I was living in Tyler. I was in East Texas.
But when it happened, who were you with? Who were you around? Everything like that.
I was with a person that I shouldn't have been with, and I
Oh,
was
so you actually counted it down.
I ain't counted in. I was asleep. I went to I was
Oh
asleep.
shit.
No. Sleep on the couch. Yeah.
Okay, Mo, what was your worst? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
My worst New Year's Eve was when I don't know how I got home. Adrenaline.
Adrenaline was your worst New Year's Eve? For real?
I think that was one of my scariest New Year's Eve because I don't remember. Till this day, I don't know how I got home.
Do you know
My
what
truck
year?
was parked. My truck was parked in my truck.
Look at Mike's face.
And adrenaline?
And I peed on myself. So, no. That was it's nothing worse. It was before I had Gabe, so it was early 2000s.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Listen. This was when you listen. This was when Mike was in his own, like Big Dog was like, "You good? I'm good." Mike was like, "You good? I'm good." And then I don't know, somewhere between good and okay, it turned all bad. Michael Jackson bad. Lights it up. I don't know how I made it home, and I promise you, I made it home. I peed on myself. I know them two things.
Oh God!
And I don't know how I made it home, and nobody was there. It was just me.
Did you drive too?
No, I think somebody drove me home. And to this day, I don't know who saw me pee on myself.
Like 2005 or something. What the fuck?
I don't know. To this day, I don't know who drove me home. And I know whoever it was saw me pee on myself. So them two things alone.
They saw you pee on yourself.
I know they had to see me pee on myself. I was soaking wet. I was
Were you outside? Did you pee outside or you pee in the car?
Listen, it had to have been outside. Nothing was wrong with the inside of my car. That's why I think somebody drove me home.
Oh my God. That's
okay.
So it's the worst because I don't know to this day who it was. From who drove me home.
Yeah, we don't need to know.
And whoever it was must got enough love for me that they never said while I was spitting dirt, "But you peed on yourself."
Yo.
Well,
thank God cell phones didn't do what they do now.
Full transparency. Oh yeah, that would have been fun.
Damn.
Yeah. And I mean, you were nowhere. I know you weren't around. You didn't do it.
No, I didn't do anything. Like I was drunk. Like
I was drunk.
Like I know that for a fact.
What about you, Mike?
The funniest thing is that the New Year's Eve that was the worst. I had done BET Comic View and gone down south, and there were certain shows that you were making a bunch of money, and then there were certain shows that you still weren't making a lot of money. And I don't know where I was at. I just know they were like, "Oh, we'll give you this, give you that, and then you'll come down." And there's like 10 people at the New Year's Eve show. Like 10 people. And I perform. And then I'm like, okay, there's 10 people here. And I go to the bar and everybody's talking, down south talk. I don't understand what anybody's. And I'm sitting there, I was like 5, 4. It's like me and 10 people that I don't know. And I think it was in Charlotte. That was the worst New Year's Eve. Like that New Year's Eve, I was like, you got to be kidding me.
But
like,
did you knock it out? Was the comment was your set good?
Mo, there was 10 people. Even if I did good, there was 10. It was giggles.
It was like this.
Giggles. And we all sat there depressed. And that's why I'm doing double shots, going like, And then I still got to get a ride to the hotel afterwards. And I was like, yeah, that was a bad New Year's Eve. That was a bad. Now, some of the best New Year's Eves. Best New Year's Eve, Shawnee.
My best New Year's Eve was I was in Tyler again.
Yo,
And my
you stay in
mom came
Tyler for real. Like
down.
you really stay in Tyler.
My
You
mom.
stay in Tyler.
Well,
You stay in Tyler.
it was like 7 years ago, I think, or maybe 8. The girls were about, I think they were like 4 and 5 or something. And that year they said, because I spent every New Year's Eve with them up until I think the year before they went with their dad. But they
Right.
said, well, mommy, this year we want to do what you do. We want to have a New Year's Eve party and everything. So we went through the whole thing. Like, they would see me and my girls come to the house, get dressed, get ready, music playing and stuff. And so we did that. And it's funny because last night when we were at my mom's house, we were watching the YouTube videos of them doing their makeup.
Right.
When they was 3 and 4, all in my makeup, putting their makeup on and combing their hair. They got dressed, and I bought the little sparkling grape juice. So we did a toast, and I mean, we had dinner, and got dressed up, and they felt like, girl, they was, they felt like they was on top of the world. I would have to say that was my best New Year's that year. They won't do all that with me now.
Aww.
What was your best New Year's Eve, Mo?
Best New Year's Eve.
Ever. It's about to go down.
Best New Year's Eve ever. It's so hard to choose. I don't want to be a bad mom and say the anticipation of, becoming a mom wasn't the best, because it wasn't. It just, that wasn't the best New Year's Eve.
Nothing to do with mom. Just running the streets.
Yeah.
Oh, running the streets.
Mo was running the streets. Understand?
But normally it was the run run towards a check. So every New Year's Eve, I think those were my best New Year's Eves when I was making money. Yeah. Those were my best New Year's Eve. I can't lie. Working was, as crazy as it may sound.
I can understand.
Working was some of the best times I could remember.
Yeah. Okay. What about you, Mike? What's your best New Year's Eve?
I had a bunch of them.
The ones you can remember.
I had a bunch of good news.
Did any of them include peeing on yourself?
No. But I have. Don't get it effed up. I have peed on myself. New Year's Eve, like the big check. There was one big check. There were 2 big checks on New Year's Eve. There was one New Year's Eve where I bombed with Gary Owen here in Texas. That wasn't a good one. But
I wonder what your definition of bomb is.
Oh no, I bombed thoroughly. Like I was fucked up.
Nobody was laughing?
No, I was. When I tell you, when I walked into the theater, I was good. And then when I walked into the dressing room, they said, what vodka would you like? And I said, shit. And they gave me the chunkiest bottle of vodka, and they put it right there. And it was like, have you ever seen the movie Flight with Denzel Washington?
Yes.
I haven't. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So Flight is basically Denzel looks at the liquor, and I looked at the liquor, and I was like, okay, I probably should have 2 sips. And I broke down the whole bottle. And then they knocked on my door. It's New Year's Eve, Gary Owens. They knocked on my door and they said, you're up next. And when I woke up, I said, for what? And when I said for what, I realized, oh shit, I'm at a comedy show. So anyway, that was a bad one. I'm talking about the best.
A lot of times the best is hard to remember when you're knocking them down. Like sometimes it's
yeah. I don't.
I'm thinking about the best New Year's Eve that wasn't with my family. Because I had some good family New Year's Eve.
I mean, we spent a lot of New Year's Eves together, actually. Like now I'm thinking about it. Like, I
had to go get Mo.
I spent most of mine alone. Yeah.
Mo was my
in my 2000s, I spent a lot of my New Year's. Now that I'm thinking, I spent a lot of my New Year's in a club with Mike and Jay Black.
Mo be in the middle.
And Jay Black, I would see him in the beginning, but not see him in the end. Like,
you know what the funny thing about Mo is that we forgot Mo was a girl, right? No offense.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened with Geek in Action and Field.
Because Mo would be in the middle. Sexy Mo would be in the middle of some bullshit, like some real, but we didn't know because I would never want like I would never. She would keep everything to the side.
I would never have to make them phone calls.
And we would never understand what was really going on until like a few New Year's Eves. We were like, okay, all right, well, you come hang out with me and just chill. I'm trying to think the best New Year's Eve, but I feel bad because the club Adrenaline was one of the best ones I had.
Yeah.
And you had one of the worst ones you had.
Well, I only say it was worse because as a woman, to not know how you got home and your car to be parked in your thing, and then you impede all over yourself. And yeah, that's one of them things where you in the back of your mind, you're like, who the hell took me home? And who the hell ain't say nothing? Was it somebody from the station? Was it like, so it just, it's one of those things but it must have been a good ass time if I don't remember.
All right,
yeah, you had
I'm normally responsible. I'm normally the responsible, and that was whatever was happening. I was irresponsible.
No, actually, you haven't. No, you haven't. Okay, all right. Let's get to the topics. Shawnee, what we got?
So, there's airport issues. I don't remember if we did that. Did we show the one other woman in the airport trying to travel and they made her take her hat off?
Oh,
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay. And then Alexa has a new update.
Oh, the Alexa. Yeah.
There's a new update about the reindeer with Alexa, and
and what's the fight in church?
They are throwing down in church. I don't know what. This like gangsters just walking up in church, swinging on people.
All right. Well, let's take a break real quick. We come back. I want to see the fight in church.
Okay. Let's see the fight in church.
I mean, Alexa's Alexa, but the bitch ain't real. I want to see the actual fight in church.
Alexa really goes in. Like Alexa, I think you probably want to hear Alexa.
All right, so we'll do Alexa and the fight in church when we come back. Michael, Shawn, and the ovaries. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Yeah, y'all. What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn from Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. And just in case you missed the show, check this out.
Why in the world? See, here's the thing. And I'm tired of black people. And this is what I mean. And this isn't any type of, and I mean the majority of black people I'm tired of. You want to know why? You continue to sell yourselves out to other people. Dr. Claude Anderson, who basically created the reparations map for you, who worked in the Carter administration and worked at all levels of government, wrote a book called Powernomics and told you what you needed to do. He also said it should be a sin if your child has to go outside of your neighborhood to go get a job. But y'all sitting up here getting all educated and putting yourselves into debt, ruining your debt to income ratio so they can legally redline you when you try to get a house. You sit up there and you act like it is okay for somebody to tell you how often you can go to the bathroom, how long you need to eat lunch, and also begging a bunch of individuals who could not probably do your job as well as you do for a 3% cost of living increase. You literally sold yourself back into slavery in a free market economy where a kid whose life and legacy started in the Richard Allen projects does not answer to absolutely anybody. And I got a 725 on my SATs. I am sick and tired of black people acting like it is okay to play victim when you chose to lay down and when you could have got yourself up, gotten a goddamn Etsy site or Shopify or sold pies or cookies or cakes or anything, but you continue to ask people for permission to go to your kids' little league soccer game, and you wonder why they continue to take your rights from you. I charge black people with being complicit because they can't walk all over you until you turn yourself into a welcome mat by laying down.
What you're saying is absolutely right, and we got the snaps and claps, and I agree with what you're saying. I will also tell you there's never been a race of people that there's been a plot against from the inception. So the brainwash that has happened to black people has unprecedented. It's unprecedented. Amen. There's never been as much money put in. There's never been a systematic system put in that has taken people from another country, brought them here, and brainwashed them. So I understand what you said, Dave, and I don't disagree. But I also understand that the plot that has been put here is historical and has never been touched before. Search Media Room 360 on all streaming platforms. Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. Yeah. What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn from Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. And just in case you missed the show, Check this out. No, get in. No, No, I know you an alligator, so take that. Get up in here. Get. Yo, the more I watch this clip, the more Gene is crazy. Get your ass in the tail. And we need the tail in there. Think I'm playing? I'm gonna recycle your ass. Get in there.
I'm gonna recycle your ass.
I'm gonna recycle your ass. Yo, that is nutty. The more I look at that clip, ladies and gentlemen,
what's up, fellas? What's going on?
Alligator Gene is in the building. Alligator Gene is in the building. All right.
Listen, I say this: if I can put an alligator in a trash can, Ben Simmons can put a basket in, a bucket in a basket. You dig?
Yo,
real rap.
A Ben Simmons stab early in the morning. No, Philly motherfucker. Yo, Philly motherfucker. Search Media Room 360 on all streaming platforms. Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends. Yeah.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Tap in.
Tap in, Michael, Shawn, and the ovaries. Oh, let me turn my phone down. My bad. Good morning. Dave Burns was good.
Here. Kamari's
here. Kamari. Oh, bring him in. Bring Kamari up in here.
Kamari. Happy holidays.
I got a dude in here. Oh, Jesus.
Good morning.
I was being overwhelmed, Kamari. I was being overwhelmed. Let me get everybody on IG Live.
Okay.
Get everybody on here. And,
IG Live. All right.
Everybody get on there. Kamari's up in here. Thank you so much. You have no idea. I like the Nike sweater. Okay, homie. Okay.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
I wouldn't wear this. I try not to wear non-black-owned brands. But
okay. Was that Christmas? Was that Christmas?
Nah. This was summer.
He was like, "That's some shit I had." That's what you talking about, son? That's some shit I had. I had that on. All right, let me get everybody on here.
I think I am outside the club. Yes, I am. And there we go.
I will get you in the club.
All right.
Shawnee, where you at?
You connected me.
Okay. Let me get Mo in the club. He outside the club smoking a cigarette. Here we go. Kamari, where you at? I'm
coming. Pause.
Yeah. Yes, I got a dude on here.
Slow down.
Whenever I hear a pause, that makes me okay. Good. We got a pause. All right. Let me get that on here. Where you at, son? I don't see you on here.
Here I come.
Hey Mo, if you crunch one more time on here, if you do another crunch on this,
you got your Starbucks made?
I did with the nice cinnamon stick.
Let me get.
That's what's crunching.
There goes that stick.
Sorry,
and the fact that you're crunching on a stick, it makes me very uncomfortable.
Sorry.
Listen, all right, stop. Kamari.
Now I know the audio be a little funky, so let's go.
No, you're good right now. You're good.
All right.
You're good.
There you
all right,
go.
Kamari. All right, lower your phone. And then we gotta ask your best and your worst New Year's Eve ever.
Best and worst New Year's Eve ever.
Yeah, I hate when people repeat it, like, because that means you got some real good ones. That means you got real good ones. You got some bad ones and some real good ones. What was the best? We'll start with the best. The best New Year's Eve that you've ever had.
Well, you know what? There was a New Year's Eve. My homie got a home. Him and his wife. We do New Year's Eve over there. We stayed there till like 4 or 5. Matter of fact, we stayed the whole night. We got up in the next morning, went and got breakfast. I came back, cooked it all. That was the best New Year's Eve ever.
Oh, damn it. You cooked it?
I cooked, yeah.
Oh, you done got one turned up right now.
The sad part about it is they give everybody else credit but me for the one person that cooked.
Can you turn your mic up a little bit?
On which platform? IG or?
Oh, no.
It just seems
on
like
here,
you're
on
low.
Roku.
Okay, what about now?
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
Now you had that was the best one. You cooked everything, and that was good because that was something I would never do. What was the worst one? What was the worst one? The worst New Year's Eve you ever had?
I threw a party in Philly. I was up over there at the time and lost a bunch of money because it snowed. So that was probably the worst ever.
How much
lost
money?
A couple grand.
Damn. That wasn't the blizzard of '96, was it? Or 90? Was it '95?
'96.
It was one. It wasn't a blizzard, but it was close. It was close.
That's funny because I did
entrepreneurship.
But I did a New Year's Eve comedy show. We were doing these comedy shows at the Woodbine Inn in South Jersey and getting 1,500 people like every month. And we did a New Year's Eve show, and the promoter said we probably shouldn't mess with New Year's Eve. And I was like, why not? We're getting 1,500 people. And there was literally like 70 people there. And I was at a payphone. Like
payphone.
I was at a payphone calling people talking about Happy New Year because there was nobody at my spot.
Oh, wow.
Shawn Robinson said, good morning, Michael, Shawn, and TOLs. Keep your mind on what you want to happen, not what you do not want to happen. Okay. All right. Well, facts. All right.
Good morning, Shawn. That was a good one.
Good morning, Shawn.
Yeah, that was that one.
Woodbine Inn. Those were the good days, Mike. The good days.
So how do we set up New Year's Eve? Like, what are we doing New Year's Eve this year? Like, what is everybody doing? Like, what are we doing? Are we grown? Do we not care? Like,
I don't really care. I'm working. And then I'm gonna work in the day, but the girls, we're gonna do something at the house. Like, we'll probably make something, we'll cook something or bake a pie or something.
And but go ahead, come on.
Marion.
You said what?
Yeah.
Yeah. We ain't scared of that.
You scared of what?
For yourself. I'm scared of Omarion.
We ain't scared of that.
Oh, Omicron.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're not scared. I
have about 10 people on my list right now that have it, and I have about 4 that have come in contact with my son in the last 3 days.
Oh,
and so we will be for New Year's Eve. I'm actually setting up stuff here at the house. I told you his birthday. So I'm gonna set up this big setup for him so that he can bring in his birthday. Up, hype, enjoying. The only 3 people is gonna be in this house. Because we canceled visitation. We're not doing
visitation.
Most scared too.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like New Year's Eve. I don't like being out late because I've seen so many accidents and I've known so many people that died New Year's Eve. So for me, like we had to do the club too. But like once I didn't have to do that no more, nah, like I'm at the house. I'm chilling. Stacy said she in the bed watching TV. See, I like that.
I mean,
what you got, Mike?
Nothing. Like,
nothing. Are you in Texas or you in
No,
Jersey?
I think I'm in Texas. I have I did the comedy show last night. And
I missed the comedy show. I'm sorry. It was
No, I had this white lady, this white table. So I get on stage and this white table. We'll get back to New Year's Eve. This white table are not enjoying the comedy show before I get on stage. They are not. There's like 4 of them, and they are not enjoying the comedy show.
This is not funny. This is off color. This is not. What is that?
The whole. And I see it. I said, okay, all right, here we go.
So who was there? Who was the host?
The same guy that was the host when you were there. And then Midnight. Midnight was there.
Midnight. And then who were
and then there's another dude. There's another dude that comes on. Lamar wasn't there, and he does his thing. But understand, like we are knee deep in our type of humor. Like we knee deep in it. So I'm like, okay, it's gonna happen. And then I get on there and I'm doing my thing. And I guess whatever I said offended this whole group of white people.
Not the whole group.
It was like 4 of them. And now I really look at my audience. Like when I'm telling jokes, I look to see. I'm thinking, okay, they not messing with me. They not messing with me, but they messing with me. And the lady got up and said something crazy. I still don't know what she said. But she got the whole table to get. Now, mind you, everybody else is laughing. And they got up and she said something crazy. And she actually hit me on my Instagram. And she walked off. Though, for real. Like she was mad.
Wow.
What'd she say on Instagram?
She I blocked her because I didn't have time for the whole thing. But she was like, she put a comment on the picture of me and my kids. She was like, great. She was like, it was funny. She was like, oh, great family. Maybe I should have booked them and got more laughs. And now, listen.
Bitch.
What joke were you telling? What joke were you
told-
telling?
I have no idea.
Who does that?
All I know is that when they left, she said something, and I was like, wait, where you going? Like, and they were like, and she skirted out real quick. And then for the rest of the show, everything was funny as fuck, everything like that. But I was like, okay. Well, the fact that the white woman actually found my Instagram that
The
fast.
Karen.
The Karen she found it that fast.
The Karen of comedy.
I don't know, what joke were you telling? Like, what were you telling?
It don't matter. He was talking about barbecue.
There was a lot of inappropriate jokes that I said because I was just like, whatever. Like, I mean, but people were laughing. But the fact that she actually found my Instagram literally, and when I saw the minutes, she went out of the club, left, and found my Instagram before I got off stage.
Let me find this.
She probably just a troll, because you got some trolls out here.
No.
You got some trolls, and like Mike, I keep telling you, you are getting steam, and you're getting this steam, and you got some trolls out here. You got some haters. You got. Ooh, look.
So I just blocked her because I didn't feel like going back and forth. I felt like it, but I was like, I'm not doing this right now. So I just blocked her. But they walked out.
Sent that to me. I had time for it.
It was Mystic. I think her name was Mystic something. She had like 200 followers. And I was like, I'm not gonna spend time.
Her name was what? What's her name?
Mystic something. I gotta find it. It was Mystic.
Sound like a stripper name.
Yeah, it was like
Or you went at a strip club?
I would say Mystic Rain.
But there's a certain point where you're doing these jokes and you're like, somebody's gonna like it or really, really hate it at the same time. But I didn't even notice. I didn't notice they was getting up and leaving until she yelled something and she walked right out. And the crowd was like,
I missed it. Now I'm real mad. I missed it.
But then the crowd was like, yo, fuck you, fuck. And I was like, what's going on? Like, what happened? And the crowd was going there like, no, fuck that bitch. And I was like, what are you talking about?
But see, when the crowd is backing you and the crowd is like, no, we got you. Keep telling them jokes and telling her to get the fuck out. Yeah, that.
And all I wanted was my money. I just wanted my money. I want my check. I was like, what's going on? They're like, no, fuck it. I was like, why y'all saying fuck somebody? Like, whatever.
You must have said something really bad, Mike.
I think they
were saying something about white women.
And they were like, don't worry. And when black women start protecting you and black women, don't worry about her. I was like, wow, that's serious. But then it went fine. Everything went fine. And New Year's Eve, they got Tony Baker at their Arlington Improv that's going to be there. So I'm thinking maybe I'll sit out here in Arlington and do New Year's Eve. Maybe.
Oh, you can always come over here.
What are y'all doing?
If you coming, we'll do something. I don't know.
They're going to have a charcuterie board.
Oh, Chasey. See, this is
we can play Monopoly.
This is why I didn't want to play, because Stacey said we would have chased her in the parking lot. See, and this is why I was like,
I would have been like, what you saying? That's probably why I wasn't there. I've been like, what you saying? What? And I don't go dressed up. I be in sneaks and sweats.
That's a good one, Kamari.
Yeah, on the most part, like Shawnee really be looking like she about to jump somebody. Like she always like, Shawnee,
that's team right here. That's family.
So that's what happened last night. But New Year's Eve, I have no idea. Like a New Year's Eve is another holiday that if you don't have people to be with, it can be really depressing. And I'm like for real depressing.
That's like the ultimate Netflix and chill night.
That's really not. If you Netflix and chill by yourself,
I do it all the time
by myself.
Yeah, all the time. Yes, it is.
Somebody else to Netflix and chill.
Yeah, don't you need somebody?
You can have the rose.
Here we go with the bullshit.
Yo, the rose has taken over.
The rose don't talk back. I mean, and then you can eat your snacks in peace.
Okay.
That
all right,
rose looks crazy. That looked like I don't even know.
If I'm looking at the same rose that y'all looking at, if I'm looking at the same rose, ma'am, rose almost fully like hugs. Am I looking at the same rose?
Ma'am, Let me.
Wait, Mo. Do you have a rose that you can? Do you have a rose that you can show us? Because
I do.
I'm thinking I'm looking at the wrong. Can you grab it? Because I'm looking at the wrong. I think I'm looking at the wrong. Is it the one that just fully compacts the entire vagina?
So because I sell these on a third party website. So let me I'm gonna go get you a merchandise.
Yes, because every time I do this joke, they're like,
yeah, give me 1 second. I got you.
She clicked off quick.
I hate.
But Mo, we can still see you on
No, she's good. But every time I do this joke about the bullet, somebody says the rose. And that's why I say it's an old school classic. The bullet sexual toy is an old school classic. Everybody tells me about this rose. Like literally, I did a show in Philly where these ladies came up to me and like, you do know about the rose. And I said, I heard you. And they were like, no, you know about the rose. I said, I heard you in the audience. Like I heard you say about the rose in the audience. And I still don't know what and then the one thing I saw was the rose, it basically grabs everything. So this is going to be no bottom clothes on Sexy Mo. Shawn Robinson, she has bottom clothes. Yes, she does. She has bottom clothes. Okay, she has a rose. Okay.
Here she comes.
All
right, let me see if
I'm on vacation. I have a limited quantity. I travel with some of my merchandise just in case if I'm gone. Buyers don't have to wait.
Oh my God!
They don't have to wait for their merchandise. You know, on eBay, they don't have to wait. Oh yeah, well, I'm
Can you just show the rose? Put the rose up.
Sure.
I want to know that I knew the right one.
So,
that's not.
See that hole in the middle? That is something about that don't look.
No, it's
that hole in the middle.
So the hole goes on the clitoris.
That's for airflow.
Yes. So yes. Let me turn it on.
Kamari?
So
that's the rose, and it doesn't make and
can you hear it? It's very silent.
But that's what I'm saying, because the girl, I did the joke, and the girls are like, the bullet makes all that.
Right.
But the rose makes no noise.
The one that I sell is very it's very quiet. It's very quiet. They're $40 a piece. It's very quiet. The suction.
Why you got that bitch on? Why you got that bitch on? I
want to give y'all a full demonstration. So when I put
wait.
You're not giving a full demonstration.
I'm not giving you a full demonstration, but you'll get the point. So it's very light, but it does a powerful, a very good job.
Can you put the hole towards the your camera? No, so we can see it. So what if you have no, you were good the first time. So what if your clit doesn't fit appropriately?
So it's not supposed to fit all the way in there. And if it doesn't fit in this, the hole is okay. So let me as my finger, let me just if your man on the boat is that big,
oh my God,
then like that, then you're above average.
And then it just sits on there, and does it have any suction on it? Or
it has a very light suction, and it's like a build-up suction because the more the the more you close the hole, the harder the suction is.
Wait, the more you close the hole, the suction.
Right. It's kind of like filling in the air.
Shawnee got the sparklies in her stomach right now.
No, I don't have no sparklies in my stomach. That's
because she has not experienced.
You ain't never used that.
How you know?
I ain't never used that. I don't have toys.
I have had people come back to my website, and that's why I don't have any in stock right now. I have had people come back and purchase multiple. I have had repeat buyers. Like, I got to get one for my friend. I'm getting one for this person for Christmas. Yeah.
Stacey,
so once they're back up, in this stock, yes, once they're back in stock.
Hold up. Merry Christmas, Shawnee. Guess what I got? Stop playing. Don't be mean, Shawnee.
Once they're back in stock, I will make sure that Jay Black or Shawnee post so you can get them before they go out again.
That's the rose?
This is one of them. This is one of them.
One of them?
So there are different suction. Yeah, some of them have, the multiple. So some of them have the insert and then they have the suction part on top so you can have penetration and that. But this is
Okay, so
This-
we really know what you're doing for New Year's Eve now. This is what's going down.
So no, I have a partner, but I just this is
because like who needs to go out if you got
you don't if you're Netflix and chilling on New Year's Eve and you don't have anyone.
See, that's the real Netflix and chill.
Wait a minute. Stacy said I want the deluxe one. So there's a deluxe. What's the
So
deluxe
this has different settings. This is a deluxe.
Does it have one that puts something in your butt?
So I don't sell those.
Why not?
I bet you we could make $1 billion. Come on, you know we could really.
I don't sell those. But maybe I should. Maybe I should look into that. But it has different settings. I don't know if you hear like most people say they can't get past the 3 settings. You put it on a charger. It's a charger that you put it on, okay? And then there's a button, so you don't even have to like try to figure out like the cords with the bullet. It's already in your hand. So most people say they don't get past level 3 on this.
What's the highest level?
Oh, this has like 10 speeds.
Dang. Now you got the one with the remote control.
So no, this one doesn't have the remote control.
Wait
a minute, come on.
Wait.
This one is just a button.
Y'all ain't seen the video? Like, where y'all been?
Wait, all y'all freaky bastards. You said people don't normally get past level 4 and they're 10.
No, past three, and there's 10 speeds on it. Yeah.
I want
level
I
one will get you gone in 90 seconds.
I want literally your cell memory.
And I'm not saying like the average regular degler. This is not the Reggie. This is not the Reggie of sex toys. This is like a hybrid. This is a hybrid. This ain't the Reggie.
That's only $40.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, that's what.
Take my credit card number right now. Take my credit card number.
I'll sell them for $40. But yeah, no. This right here.
Stacey has no idea. Stacey has no idea what she's in for.
I have had men. Well, my next shipment, I'll make sure that you get one, Mike.
What?
I have had men purchase
we don't want a demonstration
for
what?
For their significant others.
You got to be kidding me! You got other ones? What are the other
I
ones?
promise you. So the other ones. I'll send you a picture of what the other one is. The other one is for penetration and suction. But yeah. This one is the VIP.
Men ain't got none of that shit. Men
don't
VIP.
have.
We ain't got no toys.
I hear you, Mo.
I know that you don't. Yeah, because Shawnee's like, I don't really fuck with toys. Yeah, but this will make you say, you know what?
Stop playing with me, Shawnee. Come here, girl. Stop playing.
It'll make me say what?
Fuck that nigga. Like, I mean, it would just say, yeah, it would just,
come on,
yeah. Girl. So this is my best. This actually,
you know what I love about Shawnee? This is what I love about Shawnee. Shawnee, like for real, is like she has an old soul. Like she's like, I'm not playing with this. Like you either gonna make it happen.
Like there wasn't no old soul freaks too now.
No. I mean, old school soul ain't really with toys. Like toys is something like you ain't. That's why women were disappointed 70% of their sexual activities because there were no toys. Same day, fuck that. Stacey, shut up. Just shut up.
Some days it's like that, and you know, I mean, it's very empowering for someone who has, you know, like if you haven't been in a relationship and you have, it's very easy to clean, Jeanette. Yes,
easy to clean.
It's actually easier to clean. It's actually easier to clean than.
How do y'all clean it? Y'all turn it inside out. How do y'all clean that?
So no,
turn it inside.
How the fuck do you clean it? That thing.
So
bong.
So there are, you know, the things that you clean out bottles with, the bottle cleaners. Mm-hmm. I would suggest something like that just to be able to brush all inside of it. Or if you have an eyebrow brush, you can just take it and put the solution in, cleaning solution, very easy. And then hang it upside down to dry to make sure all of the water gets out of the middle part. And you're good to go.
And what is your website to get the rose for those?
So I have to wait to put it back up. I have several sites, but it was on eBay. Yeah.
The funny thing is, I think the white people left. I think the white lady got offended. I did a squirter joke, and Shawnee was there. I haven't
Oh
done
yeah.
I did a squirter joke on women who squirt. And
if you haven't, or if you are trying to figure out how to get there,
I'm not trying to figure
this
out how.
will definitely.
Poor Shawnee.
Ain't no poor Shawnee.
No, I really think that because I did not know you didn't have one, I would have set one aside for you. I think that I'm going to send you one, Shawnee.
I think honestly, Shawnee is a undercover squirter, but she ain't telling nobody.
I ain't never did that, and it looked weird. And I
think you did it by.
Like, I
think you did it by mistake, Shawnee. I think you did it by mistake.
It's not so you're not sticking the man on the boat inside the hole, technically.
What are you
I
doing?
just don't like I don't like toys. I'd rather have a person.
Yeah, but how close are you putting it?
And a torso, and
how close are you putting it in?
So you're putting it on. Really, it's more so on, right?
Like a hat. You put the hat on.
No, it's kind of like a kissing motion.
Oh.
So
okay. You got some questions. You got some questions coming. So I want to know how long before you restart.
Okay, so it's.
They won't know.
Yo, Jay Black and his wife. Hold on. Jay Black and his wife been trying to sell T-shirts, and fuck a T-shirt. This is what people want to know. They want to know how they can get that thing.
Yeah,
Yes, it will help you. It will definitely help you explore your body. If there are women who actually have sexual issues with their mate in bed, like if he has erectile dysfunction. Or even women who struggle with having orgasms or healthy sexual relationships. And a lot of times toys help them, explore and figure out what their mates like. So,
all right. Patrice said, put Patrice back on it. I prefer the real deal suction. I love when women get real, like real about it. Like, I prefer the real deal suction. Never really been.
So I would just say,
try a couple, just not into, but you still
but this
like
is different.
Suction. That's different.
But this is different.
That's
this is
2021.
This is some 2023 2.0. It shouldn't be out yet, but I'm about to hook you up. Like it's
that's different.
That's graphic.
Stacy, they should be up by Chinese New Year. So
I said that's graphic. Okay.
Now, Mo, why you ain't got no waiting list? You got to get you a waiting list. Get them
emails.
She got one today.
I never promote my stuff because we promote Woke Up Inspired a lot. So I never put any of my websites or my links up. But since I see that there's a lot of interest,
you should. Yeah.
I promise this will not disappoint. This does not disappoint.
Now, is that fresh out the box or is that yours?
No, this is fresh out the box. This is
fresh out the box. You sure you ain't just used that?
Can I do an NFT on this?
You can do it. Yes, and Sexy Mo's Rose.
I mean,
yeah, you can.
The actual demonstration might sell a little bit more, but yeah, why not?
Well,
yeah.
We can't.
I'm pretty sure.
We're not gonna ruin the marriage now. We're not gonna ruin it.
Before it gets started.
Is that? Hold up, GG. Too Funny said, "Is that the rose?" Like they took
that. Yes. You see it.
Hold on.
My hand.
Real quick, Mo. This is her actual Sexy Mo. This is her actual first rose. This is the rose. This is her actual first one. For those on IG, I see y'all getting it. I see where this is going.
So because a lot of people are curious. So men can use it.
Small your dick gotta be to put in that.
No, so again, you're focusing on putting the man in the boat in the hole, and that's not how it goes, Michael Shawn. So remember there's suction and vibration on this thing, right?
Dog, I'm not even.
I got you, Stacy.
I'm not even built like a porn star, but I know I'm overwhelming that little hole. Well, put that hole back up.
No, I promise you, this is. You see. You hear it?
I hear it.
But what does it do for a guy?
It's silent. It's silent. Oh. It's the vibration. So if you read up on any books on like Kama Sutra and a lot of the erogenous zones,
we about to get rich.
The erogenous zones, you'd be surprised that a lot of female sex toys are actually pleasurable also to men. So a lot of times men don't buy these for their significant other. A lot of times they buy them for themselves as well.
Hold on, Roddy Berry said my homegirl calls hers Roosevelt. What the fuck going on?
Bless her
See,
heart.
Rodney understands. This is one of my best sellers. I'm trying to tell you. It's one of those. It's one of those things that
you have sold a lot because they want
Put me
this
on the wait list.
You
All right,
need
how
to
do
put
they
your
get 'em, Mo?
website up here.
I got you. I will definitely put the link up as soon as we restock. And I'll put the link up specifically for this. And then maybe I will entertain getting the other one, like Michael Shawn suggested.
Janet, you're not shit talking about live demo. We're not doing a live demo.
So yeah, we
can her that one. She
so
sent her that one.
You want this one? Okay.
Stacy want that one.
Okay.
How the hell we gonna get a live demo? We can't.
That could be a private. That could be a private webinar.
I mean,
charge for admission.
Yeah, and I don't know how. And maybe I can put it in some water so you can actually see how, because it's not powerful here, but it is powerful on your erogenous zones.
Wow, you are really.
Girl, that ain't nobody got time to do out.
You don't need time. This is gone in 90 seconds. This is called gone in 90 seconds, Shawnee. So
you need to spend some time.
Well, Shawnee doesn't have time. She's like most women who are doing 50 million things. 90 seconds. 90 seconds. It'll change your life.
Stacy said you need an ambassador pre-sale.
Pre-sale, buy it now.
Right.
Rodney Perry. Rodney, you're right. Maybe I need a brand ambassador.
Hold on, Mo. I'm disgusted. Put it on your palm again. Just do the palm. When you do it on your palm, it's selling. Go ahead. Shh, everybody. Shh. Turn it louder. Take it to 7. Yep, believe me. Yep. Take it to 8. Go to 8.
Then it's the pause.
It pauses?
The intermittent buzz.
The intermittent, but I got all the time, Shawnee. Like, look at this nonsense.
All right, Stacy.
And so I had it on my palm long enough to when I pulled it away, you should have heard the.
Oh, it popped.
Oh, wait a minute. Do it again?
Yeah.
She's hooked now.
So you can tell that there's a lot of suction there when it goes.
There's a lot of suction. Shawnee, that
would be perfect for who? Not for me.
No, I think your eyeballs rolled back a little bit when you heard that pop. They rolled back a little
Gone in 90 seconds.
No.
Gone in 90 seconds. The Rose. Shout to the Rose. 8 might.
That might take you out. 8 will probably take you out.
No,
8.
I want a woman who goes for the 10. I want to know who's going for the straight 10. Who goes directly there?
You cannot go straight for the 10. It's
your clit will fall asleep. Like it will fall asleep. Like literally, you'll have that little like when your feet fall asleep. What the is that? Look, Billy J. Edwards. Don't tell your girl you saw this, Billy J. Don't tell your girl.
Billy, you can get on my pre-order list. So when I re-up over the holidays.
What website we going to?
Yes. I'm going to send the link. I'm going to post the link.
She's going to send the link. She don't
specifically for this because I don't. Yeah, specifically for this.
Mo put water on it and showed them. Man.
Oh yeah. So yes. So I didn't want to go there, but maybe if I can put some ice so to show you how well it picks up. Maybe I could do that. So
ice. You gonna suck ice up?
So you'll see it melt.
You see it melt.
Oh shit! I put it in your butt right there. I just put it in the butt.
Did you see? I had put the ice in it and it sucked it into the hole. The ice into the hole. Yes.
All right, maybe I might put my dick in it. I don't know. I don't know. Do that again. Do the ice thing again. Do the ice thing again.
Here's the ice test. You see in the palm of my hand, I have a piece of ice.
I see a piece of. Oh shit. Oh, I came a little bit.
So you hear it.
Now you hear your Rose chopping up ice. What the? Stop it! Stop.
Is that 10? Is that 10, Mo?
That's ice. That's not 10. That's not 10. That's not 10. This is 2.
What level is that on? What level is that on?
This is level 2.
2? What? You just.
That's the ice.
That's the ice. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Pre-order. I'll have them up. I'll make sure I have them up after the holidays. Pre-order.
This is the most amazing infomercial I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, right. This is your infomercial. I need to cut this up and send this to you 1 hour and 19 minutes. Yeah. Girl, look. You gonna be a millionaire with this.
Sucks the ice cube. Sucks the ice cube right.
This
is the more better one. This is the better one. I got a few samples just to see like the different ones before I went and started selling these. But
now,
yeah,
Stacey, do you still want that one in her hand?
This is the one. This is the one that you want. This is the one you want.
So Mo, tell me something. I know women are using it on themselves, but do you ever see women using it on their partners, other men?
So yeah, that is something that I've gotten a lot of feedback on that. Because the humming and the light suction on level 1, under like where the taint is and the man's balls are, the testicles. If we want to get scientific, they said that it's pleasurable. Listen, don't shoot the messenger. This is just what I've been told about my product.
If I put that rose near my private area, I will never look at your mouth ever again. I'm like, bitch, if you don't move them sloppy ass lazy lips.
And you may, because people there's lubricant for it. There's all different types of things for it. And if you can't see very well, but it has like little, you see, it has ridges.
What the fuck is going on?
It has ridges. So actually it massages the rest of like the labia.
It looks like snow tires. Like, what do you got going on?
It massages the outer part of the labia majora and if you push back,
Rodney Bird
it massages the labia.
Nah, dog, I pass on a taint look. No, Rodney, no, stop playing. You saying that now?
See, it seemed like all that you got to push too hard.
No, that is what you do not do. You don't push at all because this has suction. You don't do any of that. If you lightly put it on an erogenous zone, Johnny, you're going to feel a large impact.
It's gonna melt your clit, like melt it.
Well, I don't want to melt it.
Stop scaring her away, Mike.
No, you will, because you gonna sleep for like 7 straight days. After
I need real life reviews. So I need for people to have positive reviews on this.
I want 2. I want 2 of them.
You don't really need 2. You only need 1.
No, I need 2.
No, don't kill yourselves. Don't kill yourselves.
If he want to.
Wait, and then for what you using it for, I would suggest to have 2 because then you would have to clean one off and then you need one for the real dirty and then you need one for the regular.
Yeah, because I'm dirty. You never know what I might put that shit anywhere. I might put that thing might be. Let me tell you something. Stacey be like, nah, we're not doing that. You're dirty. Yeah, okay, watch. It ate ice.
I'm just saying. I've heard that it's you put it on the tip. Put it underneath. I've heard for men that it can be very pleasurable. So
if I wasn't on fucking IG Live, I'd call Stacey right now. Like, I think I'm getting you my Christmas gift is coming right now. Okay.
Oh man, the comments are off the hook.
I'm just saying, hair.
It's a vagina fryer.
Billy, it is waterproof. So yes, you can take it in the shower.
Oh yeah.
You can take it in the shower with you. It's amazing. It's simply amazing. It's hospital grade silicone. So for those out there who are allergic to latex or have issues with things like that, it is coochie suicide for 200 more.
So how often?
When I restock, I promise I'll send the link.
When will you restock?
So I'm in the process of restocking a few different pieces that I need to restock for the holidays. So they will definitely be here after the holidays.
And forget taxes. I need to sell roses.
Yeah, roses is crazy. Like, and I'm still agitated because guys don't really have stuff like that for guys that are specifically made. And there's no.
They do. They do. And most sex toys are unisex and shareable, depending on if you're living on the edge or not.
Whoa. What do you mean living on the edge?
Meaning there are some men who are not comfortable in their sexuality enough to even think about using toys or anything outside of
Yeah, I stopped. I'm down, but you said living on the edge.
I'm saying
I don't want to play no more. Now I don't want to play.
Some people are not comfortable. Some people are not comfortable, so they say that that's living on the edge. That's too much for me. Where you might be like, it's all a go. So yes, Jeanette, you can relax in the tub with it. Gone in 90
Black is
seconds.
gonna be so mad.
Gone in 90 seconds.
G Too Funny said, Mike Shawn, we have sex toys. I'm not. Okay, let's be
Rodney
clear.
Perry said, "What type of oils do you have?" So for oils, you know,
Rodney, what the fuck is you Muslim now? What we doing? What we doing, Rodney? What we doing?
Rodney's trying to help me get a bag.
Assalamu alaikum, motherfucker. What we doing now? What we doing? He said, do you have oil? No, we just got a nasty ass toy that pops the clit off. That pops the top off the clit. No, but somebody said guys have sex dolls. Sex dolls are the most perverted thing that you could possibly have.
But women have them too. Women have bottoms.
Really?
I mean, they have full body ones.
Yeah.
We got
they cost a little bit much more.
We got a whole doll.
Yeah.
Of a man?
Yes.
You said just the bottom. You said the bottom.
Top grade, silicone grade. You can get the torso to the bottom, or you can get just the bottom.
Do you know how
WD-40?
Some of them
But
are
wait a
robots.
minute, let me ask you about these dolls. Is it like the doll that Wesley Snipes had in the Kevin Hart thing? Like that doll? That's the doll.
No, so in China, you can get a real life, full size delivered to your door. Of a man, replica of a man. Eyes, silicone, it's hospital grade silicone. So when I say hospital grade silicone, I'm talking about when people have limb displacements and they have to get replacements for limbs, it's that type. So it feels like skin to skin.
Okay, so what are these oils that Rodney is talking about? You can stick it to the wall.
Yes, you can stick it. They're the ones you can stick to the wall. Yep.
What oils are we sticking to the wall?
No. He's talking about the silicone grade male and female parts. You can actually stick to the wall. Yes.
Oh. But I'm not doing a doll because I just feel feel dirty.
Move? It take batteries. I mean,
now even if the doll feels like a regular person, but this doll, do you know how do I transport the doll? Like if I have a doll in the apartment right now,
I don't think that you can transport them. I think that they are just a stay-at-home fun thing.
But when I move, I gotta move. I gotta bring the doll out. That's gonna look crazy.
It looks like a man. I mean, like a full-fledged mannequin. Maybe they think that you're a fashion designer or some shit. I don't know. You can pick the porn star. For the men, they have actual silicone grade, hospital grade vaginas, and you could pick the porn star whose vagina you want to purchase, and it's actually a mold of their physical vagina.
So does it work? I mean, it's just a hole, and they just stick it in the hole.
It's like a warm Susie.
They said it's a human doll, Michael Shawn. It's a human doll. That means when I enter this vagina doll, I ain't even got to pull out because unless we're going to have doll babies.
Doll babies.
And we have doll babies.
You never know what you want to get on Michael Shawn in the All-Star.
Listen. These things are going on. These things are really happening. People are really ordering these dolls and these hand what we call warm Susies. They look like a can.
Oh my God.
You know when you're in jail and you put the sock. Oh, never mind. But yeah,
that's a flesh pocket.
Yeah. It's basically that's what it is. It's a pocket.
All right, y'all.
And the inside is shaped like your favorite porn star's vaginal. How
do they know what her vagina is shaped like?
They do a mold. So they actually put something in the inside of their vagina and take a soft molding of it. And then when they pull it out, just kind of like the same thing they do with your teeth. Yeah, but when they pull it out.
But how do you simulate the juices and everything like that? You can't simulate.
Well, that you have to buy. Yeah, you have to buy lubricant for that. It's not the same. And I just got the Oculus. See you on it, Rodney Perry. I just got the Oculus.
Oculus?
What's the
no.
What's
so
VR stuff? What's VR?
So VR is virtual reality, and so people are making games and making worlds for sexual activities in the VR world. Yes.
I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about. All I know, these goddamn dolls are making me nervous right now.
Wait a minute. So they put the glasses on.
My son got he got a VR, and that is something that they
with these glasses on.
So it's basically like watching porn and being in the porn. Right. Think about that. Like the virtual worlds are like the meta what is it? The meta
That's gonna be a very messy room.
Metaverse, the metaverses that are coming.
That's gonna be a very messy room.
I guess that's not.
No, but you're gonna
bad.
be sitting all over the room. Like, what are you talking about? You're gonna be all over the place, y'all.
I mean, I guess for technology, you know, when with the sex industry advancing with technology, maybe.
So if you have a physical part, you have a physical part, you have physical parts, and then you have a virtual sexual experience with somebody. That is, I guess it heightens the senses.
All right,
but that's been around for a while, Shawnee. Like, this isn't new.
Oh,
this
for
has been
real?
around for a while.
Oh,
It's only going to the next level now.
Yes.
Yeah. At a certain
what's
point,
the next level?
The next level is you can be reckless and never catch herpes ever again. Like, you're literally just gonna have a doll and you can do whatever you want.
But there's going to be people who have parties and they have their stuff, and there's going to be new strain of whatever.
But you got to be clean.
Think about that.
You can't skeet all over curtains and stuff like that. But you got to be. All right. So Mo, when you put the imprint of the vagina, you said, what was the word that you used?
So it's a mold. It's just a mold, a simple mold, a soft mold of their vagina. And so what they do
how much
is
would you sell? How much would you and Shawnee sell your mold for?
Oh.
A mold of my vagina?
A mold?
Yeah. How much would you sell it for? Just a mold.
Just the mold.
Just the mold of it.
I would have to refer to my financial advisor, Kamari, on that one and get back to you, because you know what? I need to know if I'm going to get royalties. Am I going to get residual income from this? Like, is this a one-time?
You just said something. You said you have a partner, so you got to talk to your partner first before I can even get involved.
I don't even know.
Oh damn! I forgot. I'm not solo dolo no more. I can't make decisions. I can't make decisions on my own.
I would have to consult with Mo and be like, "Girl, how much they charge?"
Because I got 500 for each mold. I got 500.
500. No,
you got to do more than that. Because you can take the mold and go replicate it and start a business on the side, selling replicas of my vajayjay.
All right, I put my money up.
That take pimping to another level. Like, you don't even need me no more.
I got 750 last one. 750 last offer.
No, Rodney Perry said the mold is a real NFT.
Yeah.
Oh, we can do that? Because I set up my OpenSea account. But it ain't gonna be 750.
As selfish,
it ain't gonna be 750.
No, but it
ain't gonna be 750.
But this is the crazy. But this is the crazy thing. As much
it's gonna have to be a life changing price.
I need to get residuals. I need to make sure that
I don't even think they are.
My kids is gonna be able to eat off of that vajayjay imprint.
Yeah, because.
How you get so much money, man? My great granny sold the mold to her vajayjay back in the day, and we've been eating ever since.
The Chinese have lickable. Oh, they do like Willy Wonka.
I've never seen.
And
that
they
before.
lick the TV.
And they lick the TV.
On this topic, this is crazy. No, it's gonna be crazy, y'all. I'm glad that
people
pay.
People pay for, but you, it's a big industry. People pay for these things. If you not effing a night, sex sells, and sex, the sex industry from so many different aspects. It's kind of like water. You got 50 million water, companies that sell water, but they all do well because it's a necessity. Yeah, and we would argue that sexual activities are a necessity.
I think that we should do a sex show. At night on here, like late night with Mo, and just sell your stuff because
Mo
after dark.
But I just looked up some of the costs of some of the dolls. I mean, some of them are $1,700 or more.
Mm-hmm. Well, those are the real hospital grade. What I was talking about, those are the real hospital grade bodies that feel so much like human skin. I mean, you can pull it; it snaps back. The higher end models. Of course, they got the low budget models for those out here who are on a budget, but it's not the same.
Wait, how much are they? How much?
Kamari said he just looked up some, and they were $1,700.
$700.
What did you Google search? Sex doll?
Jeanette said the butt is $40.
Real life sex dolls.
Real life sex
Yes.
doll. Okay. Real life.
If you want to do a broader search, put in silicone grade.
Oh,
so then that will take away all of like the little blow up
came
dolls.
up on a block has come up on my computer.
I bet it did.
Well, they know you
Wait a
got
minute.
Thank you. You got kids. Jeanette said the butt is $40.
It's got to be more than 40. You're funny as hell. But it's got
no, because it's like just the pelvic part.
Yes.
Dang, these dolls look like real people.
Yes, that's the whole point.
Put them on the screen, goddammit.
She ain't got no legs. She ain't got no arms or legs.
Who needs legs? Legs are overrated anyway.
So those are the dolls that are just the torso. So where you just get the breast and you get the the stomach area and the vaginal area. Mm-hmm.
Well, she look mixed. That look like a person.
That's the one I ordered right there. I ordered that one. That was the one I ordered.
I mean, some of them are like sitting in poses and stuff. They got them.
Yeah.
They look like real people.
Yep.
Well, they kind of look abolish. But
ordered a West Indian one who was Jehovah's Witness. It was crazy. I got the whole thing.
The girl ain't gonna be. See, I ain't gonna touch that one.
They got the male one. They
have the male.
We don't need to see that one.
They have the male, the female.
He ain't
we
got
don't need
no
to see that
arms. He ain't got no legs, but his wee is like it look like it's damn near 15, 16 inches long.
Well, once you call it a wee, you sound old as fuck when you said a wee. When you said the wee.
Put your wee back in your pants.
Okay, how big the wee is. Once you call it a wee, it's 12 inches smaller.
Yeah.
This wee is amazing. What the wee?
That looks
but it's out here. It's a necessity, and people are buying them. It's a big industry. It's a big money market. These are my first, my first, I guess, time at the rodeo with trying these out and selling these.
But all right, let's be serious for a second. Let's be serious.
This dude got the robot in the tub with him. Wait a minute. They got one that got boobs and a wee. Oh my God.
So they call them the she-males. And please, my alphabet community, don't come attack me. But that's what they're labeled under. That's what they're labeled under when you look for pornography in that category.
All right, we have to grow up for a second, y'all.
I'm not mature enough. Hurry up.
No.
That one on Amazon, and
wait. Because Shawnee's getting turned up. We got Kamari here. We have to ask him something financial. We can't, because Jay Black is going to be disgusted with us that we have talked about roses and we've talked about we got to ask him something financial.
Well, we did. We asked him the financial impact of the sex industry and how we can turn it into an NFT.
Jesus, can you answer that question?
I always think what we did. We talked about it earlier, Mike. I mean, Mo and Shawn was talking about making their VJJ NFT, and I'm like, yeah. Remember, I was like, the full demonstration would sell a lot more.
Oh, the full demonstration would sell out.
Yeah,
a full demonstration. We would literally We would literally make it'd probably be like. I'm not gonna overshoot it, no pun intended.
Pause.
But we would sell like 50,000 units for a self-demonstration. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying anybody. I'm just saying we would probably get rich off of selling that shit for $15.99.
So, we could always get a model. It ain't got to be
a model. I would get a model.
Do this.
And do a demonstration, but I won't do a self demonstration. I'll get a model. Anyone who wants to.
But then we got to give her a piece of the pie.
No, we just got to pay her. She's a model.
That's
called a piece of the pie. Like we got to make sure that we get her. We got to have her. She got to have low self-esteem when we get her. Like because she gonna want
$500 too.
Yeah. So Billy J. So anyone can bang Mo and Shawnee forever for $1,700 and make that mode, ladies. Listen. I think you said it too raunchy. It's a business situation. Because I'll put mine out there. Like, don't get it effed up.
The Michael Shawn special.
I will put my short fat penis right there, and I would make the mold.
It comes to your doorstep in an undisclosed brown box. None of your neighbors have to know.
Exactly.
You got the Michael Shawn special.
And it just tap on the door. Hola. Hola. That's a good one for bisexual people. What the hell? Was that for me? What are you talking about?
Well,
Bisexual people? What are you talking about? Wait a second. Wait a second, Janet. We can't do that. What are you doing? What are you doing here?
Hey,
Wait,
Mike,
wait,
listen,
wait.
you put it out there. I
No,
mean,
she's
so
talking
anybody that's
about the
buying can use it for whatever they want.
Wait.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. That's facts.
She's
That's
talking
fact.
about the boobs and the wee wee.
The
Oh, I thought you were
Having
talking about
boobs.
I thought you were talking about my penis. If you're gonna use it for bisexual reasons, we gotta up the price to $2,500. Like we gotta at least up the price.
Okay, Kamari has sent me a couple of stories. Wait a minute.
All right,
Let's
please,
see.
because this
So,
is Jay Black is disgusted right now.
Let's
he's
talk
disgusted.
about. Let's see. I was devastated to find out my husband led a double life. He stored $50,000 in bank and Bitcoin accounts with his secret girlfriend. Can I claim this money? Wait.
Her
wow.
husband had a $50,000 joint bank account and Bitcoin accounts
All right,
with
come on.
his secret girlfriend.
What can she do, if anything?
So, if y'all don't mind, I want to read the whole story. I think the audience would enjoy this.
Yeah.
Go get it.
I'll
Go
read
get it.
Story
the whole-
time.
All right.
Yeah, the whole letter is here.
So, after 33 years together in marriage, I was devastated to find out my husband led a double life, one where he was single and one being married. He was an estimator for a paving company and had a lot of free time. With all the hookups he had, he fell in love with the one woman he had been seeing behind my back. So clearly there's a pattern here, right?
Right.
So I found 6 credit cards he held behind my back with payments of over $1,000 each. I found out they were trading Bitcoin and making a ton of money. He was working on this woman's house when ours was falling apart. He was buying her things and hanging out with her when he was at work. So I guess she probably had the rose too.
At work.
And it was using it.
I'm gonna send her a complimentary one.
Yeah. Apparently, the woman was listed on a bank account and his Bitcoin account totaling over $50,000 at the time of his death. He had no will. Do I have any rights to these accounts? I'm in Washington State.
Wow.
So that's an interesting one. Like, it's a lot of different layers to it.
Wow. Yeah.
A lot of different layers to it. So, as they mentioned, Washington State is a community property state. So that means that man and wife are entitled to half, like literally half. So if the woman has access to the money and she already spent the money, she might not be able to get anything. But if there's money still there, she can lay claim to it. But it's kind of tricky. It's kind of tricky. But Mike, I figured you would get a kick out of this.
Wow.
I mean, he was an estimator working at a paving company, working at her home. So clearly he was out doing service calls.
Wow.
Literally and figuratively.
So this was his MO.
But that adds a whole. It's already complicated, but now it just gets more complicated. Like it gets.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
Like if you don't have an answer, I don't have an answer. Like I don't know what. Like the fact that
the answer.
What was the answer?
They live in Washington State, right? So when we
so they both have it's half. It's half.
So the girlfriend got to break her off half of the account.
Even the Bitcoin. Even the Bitcoin.
Yes.
Bitcoin too.
It's governed by state law, and I'm not a lawyer for the record.
Shit.
But wouldn't she still have to come up with the half, even if she spent it?
Not necessarily, because if the money's gone, the money's gone, and
Right.
how you want to get back anything?
Unless they had a contract stipulating that you couldn't take the money out or it had to stand for a predetermined amount of time, then the wife could actually sue the girlfriend for whatever she's taken out.
Well,
potentially.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. If you get married, and there's always people always like, we're gonna do a prenup. Are there any other precautions you could take other than a prenup, or is the prenup the ultimate protection?
I mean, I see a lot of things, but I think prenups can be very good when both parties are on the same page. But it depends. I hear some people say, I want a prenup, and they both broke. So they're basing it on their estimations of getting more money later on in time. You could also do a postnup also.
What's a postnup? What's that?
After you're married.
You can do
How does that
after
work?
you're married?
You can agree to say, all right, well, if this doesn't work, we're together, and we want to create. We never did a prenup. We want to create a postnup. but we're married now, so we want to make sure, just in case if anything goes wrong, this is how we want everything to go. So there's no feelings at the time. Like, we want to make sure that if we ever get to this point, we're not clouded by our feelings and our judgment.
All
so
right.
we set it up in advance.
Who's not? Well, damn, Mo's about to get married. And,
yeah, so you got me thinking, because I'm like, so I might build a empire,
a rose empire.
Rose empire. So you mean to tell me I might have to set up some stuff just to make sure?
Empire.
But you need to build. But you actually have to build your own too, because that's a rose. You need something that's called a Mo. And
there are some improvements that I can make to this that I thought about.
Jesus, my God.
Y'all about to have
some modification.
Stroll.
Listen, I'm always thinking of a bag. Listen.
Yeah, if you need distributors, I'll come in and sell it for you.
See,
sure will. I'll sell it.
Now, Shawnee, if you're gonna be a distributor, you got to give a testimony, right?
I can give a testimony. I sure can. I'm a good.
But you can't lie. You can't lie.
Yes, I can. People lie every day on them.
We can't be that. We can't be that.
I'll be like, this is the best thing that I have ever had.
We can't do that.
Netflix and chill with my rose.
Listen, we've been faking it for years, so why not fake for the rose or the Mo?
It really is.
Yeah.
He took care of both of them.
Dude, I'll be a distributor. I come right up under you. Now, who want to come up under me?
Absolutely.
Dude, we can work this out.
Unbelievable.
I get all your people. I'll never have to sell the pros. I'll just recruit the people and make off of theirs. Make my money off theirs.
I ain't mad at that.
But they want to know. They want to know if you actually experienced it. It's kind of like,
Oh, they ain't never got to see me because I have a team up under me. Yeah.
I still will sell them right with my stuff I sell now. So yeah, well, God bless. We just got to get something different than the rose, because the rose is gonna make money off of us.
And there's a lot of roses out there, but all roses are not created equal.
You gotta make one called like that. You gotta make one called the weeds or something, like something that's total opposite of the rose. The weeds,
the daisy, the calla lily.
So
the tulip.
All right, look, I'm done with y'all.
The dandelion.
I'm done with
the lily.
Not the lily. Not the lily.
Yeah,
not the lily.
The lily.
Yeah. First of all, that rose don't even look like what I thought it was gonna look like. Would Shawnee and Mo get mad if someone what was that? To get that arrow thing.
That is copyright infringement.
Yeah, they ain't asked me for it.
Oh, wow.
My daughter sent me something where they're paying $200,000 for people to allow them to make robots.
Oh yeah,
why we don't do this?
See that.
If we do that, that's $600,000 for the house. And I'm like, but what if they start making replicas?
Right.
She said, but we got $600,000. We can flip that. And I was like,
I love it.
Yeah, but they now have
I love it. She said we can flip that, Mom.
But the problem is, and I told her this, the problem is they have somebody who looks exactly like you from here on out for the rest of your life while you're alive, which means no matter what that replica does, you're responsible for it.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, does it have fingerprints and stuff?
They're taking everything from you. They're gonna take everything from you.
I mean, even when I look at Clear, when we go through the airport and they try to sell you the Clear, and I stopped one day and did it.
Yeah,
I had to cancel the subscription because I'm like, wait a minute. They take a picture of your eyes, the replica of your eyes, all of that. The tulip for our two lips.
They already got it.
Yes, Kathy. Yes.
All right, so we'll take a break. When we come back, Secrets of the Playboy Mansion.
Okay. Wait a minute. I gotta switch screens. That was a great segue. Yeah.
We've been on sex for like the last 30 minutes and y'all joined in.
Well, we are in the middle of a pandemic, and it looks like we may be even
in the
going
middle of
back.
A pandemic for like 4 years.
There's a lot of COVID babies too out of the pandemic, which leads me to say that people are watching more TV and they're doing more lovemaking. So
yes they are.
Nothing to do but eat, sleep, and.
So we'll take a quick break. Kamara, you gonna chill? You gotta go.
No, I'm here for a little while longer.
All right,
Okay.
so when we come back, we're going to talk about the secrets of the Playboy Mansion. For those who don't know, we'll explain how legendary the Playboy Mansion. Bill Cosby was up in there with every celebrity, and there's some drugs that went on. And then I'm going to ask a question to you guys along with that. I'm going to ask a question to see would you finance your sexual abilities and see where you would stop at. But I got a high price right now. So when we come back, yeah, you would finance. Yeah. I mean, but Mo, you probably don't want to play these games because you're about to get married and everything like that. Whatever, you're about to get married. But
you know what the shits. So I just want to know what this is about.
I think everybody has a price on what they would fake a relationship for or be a part of a relationship for. So I have a dollar. Sign right there. And then Kamara can say how you work your taxes and all that stuff with that. You know.
Are you right?
What deductibles and what write-offs?
Tell you how to tax show for JJ.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, y'all, 3 minutes. Michael Shawn and Takeover Legends. Give me 3 minutes, smoke a black them out. Yeah, y'all. What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn from Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. And just in case you missed the show, check this out.
You know, I'm a Philly implant. I grew up in Arkansas, right? First person I meet on, I told them this last week. First person I meet on a plane in Philly is who? Amir. And he's like, you don't know who the Roots are? Just going back to that era, every band evolves. Where do you see the Roots evolving from? I mean, you've cracked the ceiling. Where do you see the band as a whole going from here?
I mean, right now, it's like, you know, look, you see all this? Just get me right. so we obviously can't go backwards, right? So, I mean, I think at this point it's just trying to parlay where we're at with the Tonight Show and also kind of building on that. You know what I mean? Like right now, like Amir's doing amazing things with his, you know, with his DJ stuff, with his food stuff, with his podcast. Like he's got like 1,000 things going on. Like those are all his babies. And, you know, Tariq, you know, Black Thought has a, you know, he has a play getting ready to happen off Broadway. So, you know, something that you call Black No More that he, you know, that he wrote and had everything to do with. So, I mean, these are just the steps that are kind of, you know, happening for us, you know, in different ways. Me, on the other hand, personally, like, I think everybody's doing, like, where the Roots is kind of, you know, going is just everybody's doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that outside. And then we all meet back up for our nucleus at the Tonight Show and at Roots, you know, Roots performances. So that's
musically, any new music you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's in the pipeline. Like it's like, so the thing about us too is that we're always writing, always working, always recording, like every day. You know, obviously the pandemic slowed things down for us a little bit because we weren't able to all be around each other the way we are normally, you know, at the studio. But, you know, prior to that, there's just so much music just laying around that, you know, and still being recorded. And, you know, Tariq is always recording and writing and, you know, getting beats from this person and that person. And, you know, Amir's always creating, and you know, I'm in here trying to get stuff together. So yeah, there's an album coming. There's an album coming.
Search Media Room 360 on all streaming platforms. Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. Yeah, yo.
Don't never stop if you wanna be on top. Yeah.
Tap in.
All right, we back. Michael Shawn, the Takeover Legends. Michael Shawn still on that.
He thought that.
Break.
He thought that.
So I got that black and
He'll be
mild.
popping in a minute.
That was a short commercial
on
break.
Instagram too.
Okay, I'll be back.
Okay.
I think Mike's running that right though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You just want to have to send another
It'll be
request.
there. Let's see. I know the schools out here talking about going virtual. Oh, okay, because of COVID. Okay, she's talking about
Yes, because of COVID. My son actually, his class was exposed twice in December, and they shut down for 10 days each time. So he's not due back until after the holidays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my children's high school, they've had like several exposures.
Outbreaks
right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, y'all got serious all of a sudden. What happened?
Oh, we was waiting on you. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then Kamara is outside the club, so you're gonna have to let him back in on IG.
Let me get him in the club. Hold on. Somebody lower their phone. Is that my phone? No, it's not my phone. All right, y'all. Michael Shawn and Takeover Legends. Secrets of the Playboy Mansion is something that Shawnee has a little bit or a little something that she got. What is it that you have?
So on January 28th or something like that, they're coming out with a show on A&E about secrets of the Playboy Mansion and the drug use that took place there.
It was amazing.
Well, I know I've always been curious to know what really happened because in my mind they were just going there having a party. That's how naive Shawnee is. Yeah. But when I saw this clip, I was like, oh, they were doing that one just a party. You don't just go show up and leave.
Nah, you was having
there for days.
Yeah. Like that was like an honorary thing. Once you made it as a celebrity, they would take you out. Rob Lowe has a book that Rob Lowe wrote about going to the Playboy Mansion. All the celebrities that were there, everybody was there. Everybody was in the Playboy.
Did you see Jay's interview where he talked about being invited to the Playboy Mansion?
Jay-Z?
Did you see Jay from 360?
Did you see Jay?
Oh, yeah. I did see that.
This recently.
It's one of the most.
He said it went down, and he said he had a lot of fun when he was out there living in LA.
I know he did.
And everybody, it was like a rite of passage. When you really became somebody big in Hollywood, they would send you the invite. Hugh Hefner would send you the invite, and you'd go to the Playboy Mansion. And like I said, Bill Cosby was up in there, and that's where the Quaaludes. Everybody was taking those. It was like the sex drug of the time. Everybody was getting it popping, and nobody was worried about any type of STDs and stuff like that. Everybody was just in there wilding out. Females, males, everybody walked up in there and had their good time at the Playboy Mansion. It was, I guess, it was the high class Sodom and Gomorrah. Am I saying it right?
Yeah,
where
you had it right.
You just went in there and it was like a festival.
All holes open.
And you had the pool. And you had a pool. Rob Lowe in his book said there was a pool. And it was almost like they had the smoke thing by the pool. And people would come up to you and you'd be a celebrity. And next, it would, even though the worst place to have sex is a pool. Like, I hate pools, but that's another story. Because, like, you're already in a pool area. So if you go into something, how can you get wetter than the pool? But they had caves in certain spots in the cave where you would swim into and things would go down. So
I wonder what the cleaning bill was like for the pool.
That water was nasty. It was all kind of bacteria floating in there.
I mean,
wasn't nobody worried about that.
It's one thing to pee in the pool, but it's a whole other thing to
your bodily fluids.
The body fluids pumping out into the water, and
it's so funny how people when they're outside their 20s are so responsible. It's so funny how when everybody's in their 30s and 40s, everybody's like, "Oh my God, it was so disgusting." Okay, you're 24 years old and you are a celebrity. And some of the sexiest people in on the planet are walking next to you or swimming next to you, and you're not worried about the pool and the bacteria.
Can we get out the pool? I'm like, can we get out the pool? Can we get out the pool?
All right, do you have the clip?
Yeah, I do. Here we go.
All right, go ahead.
Let's see.
That's the Playboy Mansion?
Pretended he wasn't involved in any hard drug use at the mansion. But that was just a lie. Quaaludes down the line were used for sex. Everything felt good to touch. Everything felt soft and soft focus, and it was lovely. Usually you just took a half. Now, if you took two, you'd pass out. It was such seduction, and the men knew this, that they could get girls to do just about anything they wanted. They gave them a Quaalude. Before I met her, I had never done a drug in my life, and I was just a young, naive girl that didn't know the ways of the world.
I worked for Hefner at the Playboy Mansion in LA from late 1977 to mid 1989 as Hef secretary and then eventually executive assistant. Quaaludes were, we called them leg spreaders, I mean, and I don't know that I want to get that crude. But that is what the whole point of them was, They were a necessary evil, if you will, to the partying. We would have prescriptions in some of our names. There were prescriptions in Sandra's name and Hef's name and my name. There was a prescription in Mary's name. We kept a desk calendar that just would say, Lisa's Q or Hef's Q or Sandra's Q. That enabled certainly 4 and sometimes 5 different prescriptions for the same medication to feed the machine.
Secrets of
Wow.
Playboy.
Oh, wow.
I wonder. I wonder. It's so
That's well
much here.
documented. I mean, so much so that Cosby was even one of the biggest suppliers in that whole thing.
It was so, but my thing was, it was so blatant and so like understood that that's why Cosby did a whole comedy set on the Quaaludes, and he called
But they make you do all that.
He called it Spanish Fly, and I can only like imagine what orgasm must have felt like when you had these type of drugs. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying.
Is it a drug or enhanced? Mo, you sell Quaaludes?
It comes with the rose.
I want one of those.
No, but it's
one of
like,
those.
I mean, they called it Spanish Fly and Quaaludes. We called it ecstasy
or Molly.
Or
Molly. Yeah, Molly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So all that stuff.
In that case, when you put it like that, that's okay.
No, once it lowers your.
Well, no, that's the feeling, because a Molly is not a Quaalude, but we're saying like the feeling, the euphoric feeling.
It's like that
they were describing.
So is a Quaalude a really bad drug?
Yes.
It's a bad drug if you don't want to have sex for no reason.
And it's not that good for you, health wise.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, obviously, health wise, it's going to do something to your liver. It's going to do something to everything like that. But if it enhances,
oh wow,
when it brings you to the ultimate sensitivity of your body. Basically, it's just stimulating all your senses and all your nerve endings are being open.
Remember, it's a downer.
If you take it,
I guess if you're
doing that and alcohol, you can very, very well, your heart can stop because it's a depressant. So it slows everything down.
If you take one, if you just take one,
but you got to take a half. She just said take a half.
Okay,
if you take a whole one, you're gonna be out.
Before sexual activity, you straight?
Depends on the milligram. On the milligram.
No,
but your body's gonna be wide open. The leg spreader. Billy J said.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Now see that I'll buy. I'll buy that.
Spread them. Billy J said, I told y'all my bro-in-law was a photographer for the Playboy Mansion in Chicago. I've seen it on film.
Wow.
So this is something that's been going on.
You got some pictures?
I mean, but he's not gonna. Yeah, I mean,
dead, ain't he?
I mean, Playboy magazine. I just looked it up. Started in 1950.
He still has an estate though.
Hold on, y'all. What'd you say, Kamar?
The Playboy magazine started in like 1953, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's actually kind of intriguing to me because this started from a $1,000 loan from Hugh Hefner's mother.
Yes.
And then it just morphed into everything else. But now you have this Playboy Mansion. So yeah, to Mike's point, this has been happening literally for decades.
There is nothing more marketable than sex. There's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
The oldest
let me ask you
profession
something.
known to life.
You said it started with $1,000 loan from Hefner's mom.
Yep,
so when he started it, what was it? What was
it? Was a magazine,
a publication.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a magazine. But I mean, I think sometimes we forget, like when it started in 53, and you had the 60s and 70s where you had the whole quote unquote sexual revolution, and that was a big thing. So sex was very much, I don't know how to put it. Mo probably has a better way of putting it, but it was very much looked down upon. Looked upon.
Oh, absolutely.
No, it wasn't looked down upon. It was suppressed.
Absolutely.
And it was the first time that people didn't suppress it and said it's okay to actually feel good having sex and say it. Yeah,
right.
and say
and
it.
Hugh really monopolized the way, like he was the pivotal point during that time. Because you remember, like you said, it was suppressed, but he made it to where it was like glamorous to be in his magazine, spread open. Some of the high, like actresses who were at their height and their peak in their career at that time wanted to be in the Playboy magazine. It just was one of those things where it was kind of like you made it, you've arrived. If you hit Playboy magazine, you've arrived.
So is it true that he paid the girls, the ones that took the pictures in the magazine, just $500?
I think that was the latter years, like later on, probably.
Yeah, you got to remember, in the 60s, $500 was a lot of money.
Because when Vanessa Williams did it, I forgot how much did she get.
And Vanessa Williams, it still helped enhance her career. But my whole point, the thing is, there is nothing more marketable, even with Viagra. If you market something dedicated to making sex better or making it easier, it's gonna work. It's always gonna work. Strip clubs are always gonna work. They're always going to be something that are going to be profitable. There's something about sex and that feeling of orgasm or potential orgasm or whatever that is going to be so marketable forever.
I think during that era too, they made the whole sexual revolution. They made sex to be a empowering thing, especially for women, because men are sexual prowess. That was celebrated. But for women to go out there and just be free and to have sex and it not be with someone you're married to was taken on. It took on a whole life form of its own of empowerment.
And can you imagine a world where there were no STDs? No STDs.
Well, back then they had the class.
No. I'm saying if there are no STDs, can you imagine what this world would be like? If there were no STDs, and it's almost like the conspiracy on like somebody had to create an STD, because if there were no STDs, we'd be going ham. If there were no
STDs,
I know, that's what I'm saying. We're going ham. We're going ham.
Right.
Point.
Right.
But can you imagine if there were no consequences? There is I will argue there's nothing more powerful than people's sexual cravings. And if there are no consequences, I don't even think people would get married.
I mean, it's all societal. It's all cultural. Because, every society isn't based off monogamy. So I would agree.
Right.
I would agree.
So, I mean, Quaaludes and every other drug I almost think that if we were more open with what our sexuality really is, and I'm not just saying you gay or saying you transgender, I'm saying if people were able to be more open with what they really like, the world would be a total different place. Because everybody has to control. Like, we can have these conversations and laugh, but there's certain things that people will not say that they're into. They'll never admit to it.
Right. I think one of the things, or the stigmas, is the whole sexual labeling sexuality, because there are people who say, "Oh, I'm sexually fluid," which means that they're open to anything, or anything is possible. They don't define themselves by being in one box or the other. But I think even with society normalizing sexual behavior, we still be like, "Oh, you do that? Oh, you like that?" And you make people feel weird about what they like and make them feel uncomfortable. So
a lot of it comes back to religion. And what religion is ruling.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I was looking at. Vanessa did Penthouse.
They were second rate to Playboy back then. Absolutely. Penthouse was looked at as like the smut magazine, where because Playboy had more of the articles and some important things in their articles in there, it made it seem like it was just more acceptable and more.
Penthouse was World Star.
And is that the one, or was it Hustler that the movie was made about? The movie,
that was Hustler, Larry Flint.
And Hustler went even deeper when they were just basically vaginas were open and you were taking pictures of it.
It was bush everywhere.
Because I can remember when you got a Hustler magazine, you were like, what?
Because Playboy initially didn't show full spread out Eagle, women in all their glory. But Hustler, definitely. Larry Flint changed the game with that. I mean, but these are all people who came after the whole Hugh Hefner Playboy model.
So what's this
business
ranch
model,
that
rather.
Lamar Odom was at? Was that the Playboy Mansion or was that
No,
the
the Bunny Ranch?
The Bunny Ranch. And the Bunny Ranch is still there right now. The Bunny Ranch, you go in there, you can spend your. I've never been to.
That's a full-fledged brothel. Talk about
Yeah.
So who is that owned by?
That is making bread.
Yes,
it's a woman and a man, and
I think his name is Larry too, but that's not Larry Flint.
I've come.
Okay.
I've come close to being able to visit that, but I've never. I never did visit it.
You just rolled past? Did you roll past?
No.
What does that mean? You came close. Why didn't you go all the way?
There was a hookup to go out there, but you gotta. It's not right there in the middle of Vegas. It's
right. It's outside.
It's out in the desert, isn't it?
So you gotta take a trip. And my alcoholic ass, I'm like, I'm getting drunk right here. Like, we gotta take a trip. Like, is there gonna be alcohol on the trip? So I never made it out to the Bunny Ranch. But the funny thing about the Bunny Ranch is that all these women have to they have to be regulated with their STD testing.
Yes.
So
yes.
They have to take HIV test on a regular. They have to get tested for everything. So it's really the safest place you can go when
they
you go out
test
to
the
Vegas.
men though when they come up there?
And this is why the women have to be tested
regularly.
And then they got condoms.
So a dude can come mess them up.
Yeah, but they got condoms out there and stuff like that. They got buckets of condoms and everything.
But I think they're saying like what Mike is saying too, the safe prostitution, if that's the oxymoron, but
sex work.
Yeah, safe sex work.
So at these places, so like the Bunny Ranch, for instance, do women go there for the women?
Sometimes.
They do that?
Yeah.
And there are couples that go together as
right.
well.
I mean, Shawnee is women who go to massage parlors with their men and watch the happy ending. It happens.
They really do that to dudes. So if you get a massage, wait, because see, I'm thinking this is a myth. Now I know that like there's places
allegedly
somebody I know they go do that, but you go to the massage parlor and they jack you off at the end. That's the end. That's
certain
massage parlors. Whoa! They don't jack. Just like y'all always like, they jack the guys off. They jack women off too.
They do.
That's why I would take my clothes off.
It depends on what massage parlor you go to, Shawnee. But yes,
if it's called,
I ain't never getting a massage again.
I've learned this. If it's called a massage parlor, it's the happy ending. If it's called the spa, it's different. And you can tell a massage parlor because a massage don't even deal with the name. Like there's a massage spot off of Highway 360 where I live. I've never been there, swearing everything. They don't even waste time with the name. They just call it 360 massage. Like they ain't no spa. They ain't no like, glorious or beauty spot. It's just massage. And the sign just says open.
So let me ask you this. When you go in there to get your massage, do they do like all of the, from your head, your shoulders, or they just go straight to the chicken and just jack y'all? What?
It depends on where you're at. Everybody's different.
And some places they do the body scrubs, like at the Korean ones. So they do the full like lathering, scrape.
And they wash
every nick and cranny on your body. Like I mean, it's
never be cleaner.
It's a good. I ain't never been washed that good. That's all I'm gonna say. They get every nick and cranny when they give you these body scrubs on this big like a massage bed, but it's a rubber mat under you. So it's like you're in a shower actually when it's happening. But I don't have what Michael Shawn has, so I couldn't really tell you whether or not they rub I don't know how they rub it out, but yeah, those are some of the places they do the happy.
Let me tell you something.
Wow.
I make it nice for you. I make it real nice for you.
They are magical. That's all I'm saying. Oh Lord, Marie,
you about to get us in trouble.
They're magical. That's all. Like I was in my 20s. They're magical. It's a magical thing.
And y'all like really book time to go there for this.
You don't book. What do you mean? We ain't booking. You just
those are walk-in spots. There's no booking.
You just walk in.
There's no booking at the happy ending
make an
places.
appointment.
The man said it say open.
All it says is open.
It says open. With the neon sign.
That's it. You just walk in and they do. it starts off, and then it's like understood that the next level is they'll do the massage, they'll wash you very thoroughly, and then from there you already know if it goes further.
If they washing you up, you just like they're sitting there like a baby, like
a baby.
You're
like
laid out.
You're like a
Great
dish in a
karma.
sink. You're like a dish in a sink. Shout out to North Carolina. Don't forget all that oil.
Yes,
they oil you up real good, Mike.
What?
Shawnee, we gonna have to send Shawnee to some
like
places.
You literally just have to go. Like, mind you, this is when I was super young. And they know exactly what they're doing. It's like Mr. Miyagi. They do the clap.
And
wax on, wax on, wax off.
And it don't matter. That chick could be 25 or she could be 75. They both got the skill set that you're like, I can't believe this old nasty bitch.
Just think about, a massage is a massage anyway. Even if you go to a therapeutic massage, it's very relaxing. They set the mood, right? So you're already relaxed. So by the time they turn you over to the front part, I guess that's why they call it happy ending, because by the time they get you there, you ready to go.
But I know
they do it to the women too.
Women, there are places that do women as well. Yeah.
Well, every place will do a woman.
Those type of massage parlors, not the one that you're talking about, therapeutic massage. We're talking about the massage parlors.
And let's not get it messed up. The professional ones, the spas and stuff like that you go to, you still got to get naked.
Mm-hmm.
And they're still doing your inner thighs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still a very sexual experience.
It is.
And you still got to be, but there's a line that shouldn't be crossed, which I'm sure does get crossed every once in a while, but it shouldn't be crossed. And like your inner thighs and your hamstrings and stuff like that. And even on your butt got stress.
They massage your butt cheeks.
Yeah.
They massage all of that. Just that on a regular therapeutic massage, those things happen. And so that's an intimate, vulnerable place to be
and there are I know several massage therapists that have saying people have climaxed.
Happy.
Or quote unquote happy.
Kelly said one of the best experiences. Well, when I had my little massage, we ain't do all that.
That don't count because you had like a full winter coat on. That don't count.
You had a turtleneck on. Like, what did you think was going to happen? Like, you had a bulletproof vest. You had sweat socks on.
I'm stick to the chair massages.
You had leg warmers on. Like, what are you doing?
You need a full body experience, Shawnee. You need the candles, everything. You need the aromatherapy. You need to put your head in that little bitty hole that kind of like sucks your face in and zone out.
I had all of that. I had that. The dude brought the little candles and some that was misting up in the air. And
without your clothes on, though.
And stuff. But yes, I had my clothes on. Yes, I had my clothes on.
Without your clothes on.
Jay Marie said, I went to school for massage therapy. The inner thighs are not off limits, but they're a way to do it. Covered. Yeah. All right.
They put the towel in between your legs and then they fold it and put it in between your butt crack when you're laid out face
on your stomach.
When you're face down. Yes. So they get the butt, they get the hips, they get the thighs.
You like you're reliving the experience.
Just turn the rose on. Just turn the rose on. Like, I understand what we're doing. Just turn the rose
I'll be back for a quick commercial break. But yeah, it's massages. Those are definitely my vice. Everybody have their own thing. Actually, he like to go play golf and spend his money there. I spend my money on massages.
I do like massages, but to be real with you, without being funny and stupid and silly. Sometimes a massage, if you're not used to them, you could really leave there sore. A good masseuse can, your body will be sore as hell from them breaking down your muscles and all the stress.
That's why you got to drink a lot of water. They make you drink a lot of water to release some of the toxins that they've released by doing all of that.
And a real massage, my shoulders were aching so much when I was sleeping that the girl was like, I got to bring my friend. She brought another, and I know everybody like, you're so dirty, Mike. But she was like, no. And they both put their knees. They put their knees in my shoulders.
Yes.
And the shit hurt, but it felt good at the same time. So it's like all the stress that you have in your body, it's really stress. It's really tension, and it's really causing stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they're really they really are doing work. Just to give props to those who do that professionally.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't have to be a happy ending. We're making a lot of light of it, and there are a lot of people get happy endings and all that stuff. But honestly, when they do rub that stuff out of you, which rubbing is probably a bad word, but when they do get it out of you, it does feel good. Like I feel sore afterwards, but I still feel I could sleep afterwards, and my shoulders weren't knotted up and so tight where I was actually taking Tylenol when I was sleeping.
I used to go maybe like twice a week, which is excessive to most people, but I needed the deep tissue sports massage. Like I need the deep tissue. Don't give me no light work where you just rubbing. I need like for you to get in there. And a lot of times the sports massage places, they end up sweating. It's a lot of work for them when they're doing it correctly.
Well, that's why my girlfriend suggested it for me, because she's like, you know, you got so much stress, and I was like, all right, I get a woman, and she was like, no, you need a man because their hands different, and I was like, I'm gonna try this, but I will say, I will say that I did feel a lot better after it, and I was a little bit nicer for a couple of days.
It does. It changes your whole mood. It's kind of like sex. It's euphoric. It releases, like, it makes you release endorphins. And it definitely relaxes you.
All right.
Puts you in a better mood.
So speaking of putting people in a better mood, this is probably one of the nicest things I've seen. And I've seen a whole bunch of stuff that is so negative and people are mean. There's a dad who presented a stepdad with a Christmas gift. And I thought that was the dopest thing that I had seen all year long. Because, you know, I mean, and we take part in it. There's a whole bunch of negativity that goes on, a bunch of stuff. Do you have it, Shawnee? Because I know it's a little long. It's a little long. Like, I wish he would have got straight to the point, but I got what he was doing. He basically gave the stepdad some Jordans, and he presented it in front of his kids and thanked the dad and his ex-wife and thanked him for just doing his part and being a great stepdad. Man, listen, I know it got like 10,000 views and 10,000 likes and stuff like that. It should have got 1 million. It should have got 1 million likes. And there should have been, this is something that when I tell you needs to be reposted, not just for stepdads and dads who are congratulating or thanking other dads, but moms who are thanking stepmoms for doing something like this. And it was I don't even know how to say it. I just wish stuff
it takes a certain level of maturity, I would think, Michael, Shawn, definitely. I think you have to be in a different mindset in order to really understand the importance of what he did. Even for a woman, I mean, you know, you send your child out and you hope that your baby daddy find a good mate that, you know, will treat your child right. Or do extra things for your child, go over and do things that you would do in raising that child.
And another thing, do you know the pressure it takes off of the kids who are always trying to balance out who they're supposed to treat better? Like when I talk to dad, but then I got stepdad who's here every day, and then dad comes, and when your dad does something like that, all the stress that is lifted off you, where you go like, oh, so it is cool that
it's okay that I love this person.
Yeah, that I love this.
It's a testament to good co-parenting. I mean, because he literally said this guy's like my best friend, and they're on the same page when it comes to the children, and that's what's most important.
That's the most important.
And yeah, I mean, I can't put it any better with all the words I said. The co-parenting is so on the highest level that is just like.
And co-parenting involves, you know, your mate, your new mate, because technically y'all all are parents. Y'all all, you know, but again, it takes a certain level of maturity to get there to that point. It takes for you not to be, you know, bitter because things didn't work out between you two. You know, getting past those things to getting to the most important, which is the co-parenting and the child.
And as a man, you have to forget, because Jay Black's not here. You have to forget. You have to forget. This is the point, because Jay Black's going to bring this up. You have to forget that he was thoroughly up in your woman a lot.
Yes.
You cannot think about the fact.
And not get so comfortable to where you throwing them back and you like, yeah, so she do that thing to you that she's
you can't. Like, there has to be a line that we're not gonna cross.
It has to be a line in the sand.
You have to make believe that these kids were brought by the stork. Like, there was no, like, we cannot. You got to let that go.
Or you just say we're all adults here. It's human, and this is what happens.
Okay, but Kamari,
if you drinking, Kamari, if you drinking, and that tongue get a little loose, and you like, yeah, so she still do that thing with her tongue.
They shouldn't be saying nothing like
that. Sound like Dead Presidents. That sound like a scene out of Dead Presidents.
But I'm around a lot of men, and I know men who have done it. And certainly I think that if you want a healthy dynamic between all of y'all, that you need to make sure that none of your past stuff from your relationship comes up.
There should never be one word.
Listen, I'll share a quick story with y'all. In my personal family, right, extended family, there was a couple where there's a guy who was married to his baby mom's lady, and they're best friends. They are best friends.
Wow. So wait
a minute. What?
I grew up seeing this.
Wait, he was married to his baby mom's.
So there was one guy who was married to his best friend's baby mom.
Wow.
Wow.
How does that work?
They're still best friends. They co-parent well, and everybody's good. I'm sure they had their rough times. I didn't see it, but it exists. It exists.
Wow. Kudos to them, because that takes a lot of maturity. Again, I keep going back to maturity.
There is no way. Fuck all that maturity.
That's a lot.
There's no way me and Jay Black would ever talk to each other again if we ever did that. Now, I'm not saying it shouldn't be done, and I applaud that. I just know me and Jay Black ain't.
Y'all not there. It probably would never be. Never be.
But the fact that they did it and made it happen, it's supposed to happen. I'm just saying me and Jay ain't. We not.
I ain't doing that.
No.
Ain't happening.
There'd be no way in God's green earth that we could be around each other and he was smashing or I was smashing. No.
But if you take sex out of it, would it matter?
Yeah, no, it wouldn't. But you can't take because
so that means we're inhibited by sex.
Yeah, because dicks were in vaginas, and no.
And I know Jay Black. I know his mindset. He would not be able to get over the fact that, like, it's a man. It's definitely.
And I'm not blaming it on Jay Black because I wouldn't fuck with him either.
Well, I know you couldn't.
My baby mom. I'm like, nah.
I know you couldn't.
I don't even know why. I know it's just sex, and you're right, Kamari. It is really just immature. It's just a physical act that happened, but I don't know if oh God, that is jeez, that hurts my stomach right now. I feel like it happened.
Well, you brought it up.
Yeah, I'm about to call Jay Black right now and make sure. Like,
that's when you have a whole argument about something that didn't happen, but because you thought about it, it's like
now you mad.
I need to tell you something. Pick up the phone.
I don't know, but I will say this: like, I don't know. I think certain women do it, and they don't care. It doesn't seem to bother y'all that.
I think it's not that it doesn't bother, Mike. I think it's more so that 9 times out of 10. For a woman, that man that her baby father would have had to done her real wrong and dirty for her to be able to transition over to that side. I really think that there's more levels or layers to that.
I mean, but we see that a lot. It happens a lot in entertainment. There's a lot of shared baby mamas and baby daddies.
That is true.
Yeah.
And they were previous friends or were friends, air quotes. So,
but that's because they travel in the same circle. They travel in the same circle a lot of times. So what do? You're dating the people that you're seeing when you're going out. I mean, if you're around the same mix of people all the time, it's bound to happen. You're traveling in the same circles. It's bound to happen.
But like this, like Shani, I think it's her name. She said, "What if the baby mama was a one night stand? There wasn't no strong connection there."
Now that's different.
That's
Yeah,
different.
what if it was like that?
See, I'm assuming that I knew my
Yeah.
baby mom for a while, and we were like,
In an
so
intimate relationship, you
if it
saying
was
and
a
it
one
didn't
night,
work.
Kamari, was it a one night stand or wasn't one night stand? It wasn't a one.
I don't think so.
Mm.
It was a thing.
You gotta be mature.
All right,
You gotta be real mature.
This is stuff that bothers me when you saw me with her, like we was out together, and we
You
was
were
all
scheming the whole time.
yeah. It's like in my mind, you was
That
scheming.
may not
Like,
be necessarily true.
and you're right, Shawnee. You're 1000% right. But in my mind, I'm like, you was looking at that ass from the minute I brought her around the squad. Then you was. All right, I'm not mature. I'm 50. I gotta be better than this, y'all. I gotta be better than this.
Who said the Takeover Legend show ever had to be mature?
I gotta
we had to be mature.
Dave
Not all
said,
the
tell my kids all the time you are friends that you hang out with. Tell my kids all the time you are friends that you hang out with. Oh, I guess the
two are friends. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't understand what Dave said. Sorry, David.
Like you said, what you see, it's all good. Like I couldn't do it. All right, we're about to wrap this whole thing up. Okay. I'm glad I'm not in that situation. I'm glad I'm not.
But I learned a lot today, Kamari. You giving me something to think about. You giving the ovaries a lot of financial possibilities today on the show, and I appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you as well. Absolutely.
Yes,
gonna make some
you always
sales
give.
this year.
Yes, you always give. Some really good insight, business insight, and some creative ways to get to the bag. And so I appreciate every time you come on.
Well, you gave the most creative way to get to the bag, though.
Yeah, I mean,
well, you stamped the approval. You said, "Hey, that's something that I could do." So when you say it's something that, when you give your stamp of approval, it means a lot.
Somebody said, Miss 527. What about Faith and Stevie J? Then parentheses Biggie. All right, let's be clear. Faith, let's stop. Don't even bring Faith up. Stop. Stop. Because y'all not gonna keep making believe Faith didn't fuck Tupac. Okay, stop. Changing the subject.
What? That?
No, she was talking about baby dads and stuff like that. Because Stevie J and obviously Biggie were in the same circle, and then he married Faith. But
I don't know if Biggie and Stevie J were actually friends, but I will say this: Stevie J has a long record of shenanigans.
Yeah,
I think he was going to change now.
I think Stevie's too old to change. Stevie is who he is. He's Stevie.
I mean, he was doing corny stuff back when he was seeing Eve. So
it is what it is. Kathy, I don't know what you're saying, Kathy. Changing the
Don't
subject.
cut off the yeah.
Oh, at the end.
On our videos, and they're gonna all be changed here in a minute. It cuts off the yeah. It doesn't let it off. Yeah, that's not me, and that's not Jay Black doing it. It's
they don't do that on purpose.
The person that edited it.
All right, don't forget wokeupinspired.com if you want customized t-shirts, customized mugs, you want anything customized. Lady Q got it popping. Dirty Words apparel.com also is something if you want them Dirty Words hoodies that we rock all the time. And what is it? Lavish Winks by
Janelle.
Janelle.com. And Kevin Kirksey, always KevinKirksey.com. We got his hoodies and stuff like that. We support everybody who's rocking out there trying to make $1. Kamari, anything else you want to say before we wrap it up?
Listen, get ready for next year's tax season. It's going to be a doozy. If I could give anybody one piece of advice with all of the tax credits that came for child tax credits, stimulus credits, open up an IRS online account. Open up an IRS online account so you can go on there. You can pull your transcripts. You can see what's going on with your taxes. It'll be a game changer. Now, when people talk about getting married, they always say pull each other's credit scores. I tell folks pull each other tax transcripts so you can see what's really going on. And you can do that when you have your online IRS
Let me
account.
see your IRS. What's your IRS passcode?
Wait, so how do you do the IRS thing? The IRS online thing? How do you do that?
Yeah, if you go to irs.gov and go to online account, you can set it up. But that will give you the power to see what's going on with your overall tax situation with the IRS.
Oh shit, I'm gonna do that today. Okay.
Yeah. So you will need like some some information like your mortgage information, a credit card, or a bank statement. I mean, not bank statement.
For verification purpose, right?
For verification, and you also need a cell phone. So it gets a little tricky, but I'm telling everybody to get it now. So just in case you need to get in and verify come tax season, you can get it done. You can get it done.
All right, y'all. All right. We've had a great show today. We talked a lot about the Rose, and anybody who wants to get that,
I'll make sure we'll have the link up. I'll make sure we have the link up.
I'm going to 360 massage later on in the afternoon. There's been a lot of sex talk going on. Kamari, Sexy Mo, Shawnee Scott, Jay Black is working so crazy right now.
Yes.
Shout out to everybody who supports us on IG Live, everybody on Media Room 360. January 13th is my final Laugh Out Loud comedy show at the Arlington Improv. January 13th. If you want to get them tickets, tap the link in my bio. Or you can go 817-635-5555. Ladies and gentlemen, love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that and understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. You fight for everything in your life. Fight for your happiness. Never let anybody take it from you. We're done. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Yeah, y'all.
Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.